So, where are we starting?
I feel like we'll start with Korrah, right? The rest of us are sleeping.
We ended with y'all talking to your soldiers. You think your soldiers. They just kind of showed up and like, yo, we're going to fight with you.
So we were still, like, planning.
Yeah, you were still getting whatever information you could from their limited scouting.
Oh, yeah, the thing that we wanted to do that we were going to retcon so that it was, like, before we started this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to pop back a little ways. To just before you guys left the castle after the keep after you killed Torgoth.
Anyways, so are we all in the castle at this point, or like wasn't Felix outside or something?
Yeah, I went outside because I don't want to see you guys brutally murder someone.
Wait, I thought they already did.
What?
I thought you were there for that.
No, I walked out and then I walked back in. There we go. I'm in. I'm in now.
Torgoth is lying there, blood kind of slowly pooling.
Jesus.
So Aeron's like glances over at the guards. Have the rest of them left? Is it like just the one now, or like, are they all just standing there?
Right now they're just standing. Some of them are still hoping the last couple can get up on their feet, because they were tied very uncomfortably and left in bad positions for blood flow. So they're moving slowly right now.
Aeron like looks around at the group. Could I talk to you guys about something real quick?
Yeah, what up?
He like motions for like people to like gather in close, like he doesn't want to be overheard.
We're already standing behind you after you murdered her, so.
Felix walks right up to your face. He's like, yes.
Is Akuji in here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if he was still outside or not.
Kind of like leans back a little bit when Felix comes right up to him. He's like, okay, didn't you mean that close?
Gotta specify.
So he looks over at the guardsman, and then he like mostly like directs his gaze at Korrah, but not like obviously, like he's still looking at everyone, but you kind of get the sense that what he's about to say is like he's looking for Korrah's opinion first. So I have the ability to bring back that guard that died. And I was wondering if you guys think that we could do that without being judged or worse from the rest of the guards or people that know that he was dead. I kind of get the sense that we're going to need as many people as we can.
That's difficult.
Would we like really know what the opinion in this area could potentially be about like necromancy?
Gwen knows it's frowned upon widely. These are soldiers So Aeron and they're not necessarily sorry. The locals would not like it. Felix, you're aware that soldiers, especially soldiers of these kind that were on the front lines at some point, they're aware of it. You can't precisely gauge what their response will be. The locals won't like it, but they might not know.
Would it be obvious that you brought him back and he's not actually like alive himself? Is it obvious he would be a zombie thing?
He wouldn't be a zombie. He would be himself.
Oh, you're just talking about like bringing him back from the dead, like actually?
Lizard Boy looks pissed.
Felix kind of looks at you and he's like, I don't think it would be a good idea right now.
It would have to be today.
Ooh.
Do we have the means to do that? Like, is that an expensive spell for you to do?
No.
Korrah's gonna say, that man gave his life to our Qitu. We need not disrespect him by bringing him back when it is just one man.
Yeah, if Felix is just like, I think it would be he'd be more angry at you if you brought him back to life. Or the guards would be. Both of them would be, I think. It's one of those things where when you die on the battlefield, it's kind of in type of honor thing. Obviously would be grateful, but I don't think they would want it per se.
Could he not honor us by continuing to fight?
Does that not seem like a selfish thing to bring him back?
Does that matter?
Yes, it does.
I mean, if he wants to fight for us and he wants to be alive and we need him, I suppose I'm failing to see how honor really plays into this and selfishness.
I don't know if that's something you can really comprehend. You've been brought back and you were grateful for it, but these people they're wired differently. He is wired differently than you are. It's a different type of. I'm assuming, Ian, that I've seen people brought back and how they didn't like it, right?
Most of what you've seen is a more crass and crude resurrection.
Yeah.
Just brings the flesh and not the spirit. What Aeron is suggesting, you're not particularly familiar with.
Yeah. How about we just put it to a vote? Raise your hand if you think yes.
How about we say aye if you think that you should bring him back, since we can't see your hands.
Say aye. Well, I'm assuming the people who raised their hands would say, I raise my hand.
I know, I was just screwing around because it was kind of funny. Like, raise your hand.
Oh my god.
I wonder how we're gonna.
Cody.
What kind of reaction is Korrah giving?
Well, you can see that she's still very angry. Like her face is very like tight, and you can tell that she's very much doing her best to like control that anger right now. Like she doesn't want to like blow up at anybody, but she's like generally like pissed about the whole situation. Not specifically about the guard, but like the keep being like attacked.
Also, is that wall of fire still going on?
At this point, no.
Okay.
I
I mean, it would be tight. I just wasn't sure if it was still going.
I can recast it because I'm angry.
No.
Um,
Felix tries to take kind of like a look at everybody, and if he gets the sense of everybody doesn't seem like they want to do it, it's probably not a good idea. And he'll just be like, I don't think we should do it. Let's just plan for what our next portion of attack, or strategize what we're going to do, and leave this person by themselves.
Korra's going to put a hand on Aeron's shoulder and like grip it tightly, but not trying to hurt him, but like she has a tight grip. And she's gonna say, while one man can change the tide of the battle, that god is not going to be one of those men. It is not worth the risk of the public, and it is not worth the risk of how they will perceive you. Let him die.
I think if it were one of us, it would definitely be bring that person back, because they could help quite substantially. But this person,
I'm gonna look at a good.
You're looking at him?
Guard from beyond the grave is going, wow, I thought I did good.
he did okay.
He's like, what do you mean I want that one guy?
I get the sense that Akuji would not want to be brought back.
You are right. You should not take from the forge. You do not know what you are playing with.
The forge?
Every soul must go back to the forge.
You. What is the forge to you? I get the sense that it's not a literal forge.
The forge is more alive than you and I. And the forge does not like its material to be taken. If this man is as valuable as you say, then his soul, you will have to pay a many if you take it back.
Ian, have I ever heard the concept of like the afterlife or whatever being like a forge? Is this completely new to me?
It's,
Like I get the soul like give and take thing, but the forge part specifically.
Make a religion check.
Can I do that too? I'm curious.
Forge's love.
The only reason I'm letting Aeron do it is because he went to a school that had a lot of travel.
I'm under the assumption I would probably not know.
Not yet.
25.
Forge's love. Forge's life.
You've briefly come across this before, just in some texts that were just kind of on religious theory, I guess, on the constructions of belief and of ritual. But nothing in
I will honor your wishes to respect the forge when it comes to you.
And when it comes to him,
I have different beliefs.
you would dishonor this man.
I don't find being brought back from the dead as dishonorable.
And that is why you are a broken link.
Felix just stares at Akujin, just like, oh shit.
Aeron just sighs. We can get into the issues of my brokenness later.
Mostly because Felix jokes about Aaron's brokenness most of the time, but like, Okuji doesn't joke. It's literal. So he's just like,
If you choose to bring this man back, I only say you must prepare to remove many others for his place. But also, is one man worth risk of people hating you? What you are suggesting is dangerous in eyes of many, not just me and my beliefs, you say. You make many enemies when you have many allies, and that is stupid to do, especially if we go fight and we need allies.
I suppose you're right.
Pretty's gonna nod his head really fast. This man must be burnt if you not bring back.
I believe what happens to the god's body is up to his family, not us. If he has a family.
Hopefully they choose fire.
Ian, is it common to burn people in this northern region?
they're just like, all right, let's go ahead and leave this person to be, and let's go outside.
Right, and so you depart.
Flash forward.
All right,
Oh my god.
back to. I think the last suggestion was poison. Might have been burning the granary. I don't remember.
It was kind of both, I think. It was poisoning the food supply.
That was the last one. Okay.
I do have poison spray.
Not the same.
For a second, I thought you were talking like a mystery. I was like, damn, how'd you get that?
It's kind of funny because I technically could have taken an invocation that allows me to just poison things if I want to. If I realized we were going to be doing this kind of warfare, I might have taken it.
We can just put dead bodies in food. That makes
That's
sense.
kind of gross.
Would do the trick.
Only because we haven't discussed this in game. Felix was like, well, are we trying to be sneaky about this? Are we trying to make our way in without being detected? Because I have a solution for that.
And what would that be?
I can disguise all of us for 8 hours.
Oh.
I just need to sleep for 8 hours.
Does it change our clothing as well?
Changes everything.
Something to note is it changes the appearance.
Yeah.
It will not change the noise output.
So my tail would be invisible,
It could
Yeah.
be.
So
but it's still there.
Or they could turn you
This
into like the
spell-
Dragonborn or the Amniri.
Yeah.
Something a bit more
this
common.
spell
That would be better.
allows you to change the appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range. You give each target, you choose a new illusory appearance. An unwilling target must make a charisma saving throw. The spell disguises physical appearance as well as clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment. You can make each creature seem 1 foot shorter or taller and appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change a target's body shape, so you must choose a form that is the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. The spell lasts for the duration unless you use your action to dismiss it sooner.
So it doesn't change our voices.
No.
Ooh.
I don't know what we sound like, so.
Yeah.
Korra's gonna have to try to put on an accent.
I think we should disguise ourselves as people from the court, and perhaps that way we could make our way to someone more important and get the job done from there.
I was also thinking disguise ourselves as that group of people we just killed, except for the guy that rode back on the horse.
Oh, can it replicate?
Yeah. Anything I want it to be.
Guy on the horse dead, I don't remember.
He was bleeding out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like by the time he would have gotten back to town, he would have bled out. But
Yeah.
you saw them try to revivify a couple times
Yeah.
while they were here. It's entirely possible he's alive again.
Delicious.
Or it's possible that they sent both of their people capable of casting it as their advanced force, and they don't have anyone else who can. It's a genuine one, or you don't have a good idea of which. It's those people, they probably don't have another team of elites. They probably have people who are really good, but not an entire team that was supposed to work like that.
Akuji, do you have...
I am Suk-Sui.
Sorry?
Suk-Sui. But go on.
Suk-Sui.
What the fuck?
Suk-Sui?
Suk-Sui.
Do you have the capability of viewing if the person on the horse is alive and well or dead?
Oh. Do I have that? Wait, actually, I have to look and if I do have that.
Are you thinking scry?
Yeah.
Also, if
Maybe
you cast
long-
sending and you don't say anything, would you get any indication on like if your like blank message was delivered?
No, because you don't know if your message is delivered until they respond.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, I do. I replaced Dawn with it.
That was handy.
Yeah. Well, I can't cast Dawn, which is really sad.
No.
Yeah. I need a big boy pendant for that.
A big
Or
boy
what
pendant.
is the... Okay, if I already have holy water on me, does that count for the holy water for scrying?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it doesn't say that it's consumed, then it'll just keep on going.
Nice. Okay, cool. I was like, oh.
You could just bless your water bottle every morning.
Bless. You are holy now.
So just boils the water. Bless!
All water is blessed. It's water. Yeah, I can Yes, I see all.
Oh.
Okay. So you know what the dude looks like? Is that enough to scry? I don't technicalities of it.
It says firsthand I have met the target well.
I would say you probably met him.
I would have murdered him, maybe.
What's up, man? Okay, so as you can see in here, a particular creature you choose is on the same plane, blah, blah, blah. Need to make a wisdom save, which is modified by how well I know the target.
Okay.
So he just has to make a DC 15, I guess, then?
And then modified more by...
Or, yeah. He doesn't get a plus to his save.
Oh, it's just a save? It's like a D20 roll?
Well, it says, yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom
and then it's modified by how well I know the target.
Okay.
And so for knowledge, since I know him firsthand, it's a 0 on the save modifier screen. It's a little confusing, this chart.
Okay.
Isn't firsthand like you had a conversation with them, like you know them pretty well?
Maybe secondhand then?
Secondhand, you would have heard of this target. I think we have a little bit more than heard of him because we
because we did encounter.
Yeah, being fair, you still don't know his name.
Yeah. Maybe he can have a +3.
Well, Aaron slept with a lady, and he had a pretty good idea of who she was, and he didn't know her name, so...
Wow.
Oh, you guys haven't seen his face either.
Yeah, I was like, he should get something.
Oh, that's right. Hold it.
You just are like, that guy on the horse who was good on the horse who died.
So that would probably be secondhand then, right?
Yeah.
What was the modifier for secondhand?
What?
Modifier for secondhand, what was it?
+5.
+5.
Well, I mean, if we were doing like the pseudo in between, I was like +3.
It would be like in between, like first.
Yeah, I'll do +3 then. That's a total of 20.
Sad.
I think it saves. Yeah. I cannot see anything again for a whole other day. Because if they succeed on the save, I can't cast the spell again for 24 hours.
Do you know that he passed the save, or you just know that you can't see?
It's one of those things that Suk-Sui's, they close their eyes and just all of a sudden they see fire, and as the fire begins to dim, it just goes black.
Right, so is he dead or did he pass the save?
I see
guys do
either.
I don't.
He is either in hell or by a fireplace. I don't know.
Or not, he passed or not. That doesn't necessarily mean that he would know whether his companions were revived when he was gone.
I don't think it's safe to assume that he might think we revived them.
Going in as elites seems wiser than going in as nobody recognizable at all.
And we don't know exactly what they looked like.
Then we take off the helmets.
Yeah, they're right here in front of us.
I don't know. It seems more risky to me to try to come up with a story as to why these people, first off, were gone all night and possibly died and were possibly resurrected, when we could just disguise ourselves as some randos from...
Okay, and this is all taking place near the soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a couple bits of input of like one of their top guys gets sent back, maybe dead or very close to death on his horse, and nobody else does.
Yeah.
At this point, they know that their elite force is gone.
Or not.
Oh my god.
It could just mean that their horses died.
I don't think it's viable that we would have brought them back and then sent them back to the court.
It was just a thought, okay?
I know it was just a thought. We're strategizing, and that's my opinion.
Fair.
I don't think disguising as those people is a good idea.
Alright, well, we can do some randos that look like what they're supposed to look like. If I do make someone taller or shorter or make them skinnier or fatter or medium, if someone comes up to like touch them or anything like that, they'll be able to tell. Like they have to make an investigation check. They'll be able to look and see, and if they pass my spell DC, they know.
It's an investigation check.
Yeah.
If they scour our bodies close enough, they'll be able to figure it out.
If they look.
Dang, they ruined my plan. Do we know, like, if most of the members of the court, like, know each other? Like, do the higher-ups, like, know, like, the normal people, like... Or do the soldiers standing next to us know?
Nobody really knows. There are some deductions that you could make in that they travel together in perpetuity. So make of that what you will.
Do any of the court have bodyguards? I do not think I should speak at all. To anyone, we are to be stealthy.
I think it would be wise for us to say as little as possible while we are disguised, regardless of which one of us it is.
Yes. However, I could be bodyguard disguised for one of you fancy court people. Then heavy plate and shield not give way.
Are there any, like, Dragonborn in the court?
It's unknown.
Also, I am very
Yo,
small.
do I see any Dragonborn?
I would be tiny dragonborn.
That's true.
No, would only be a little bit short for a native Dragonborn or the Veoniri. But for the Gemstone Dragonborn, which is native to this place, you're only a little bit short.
Oh, I did not know that. I am from desert far away. I don't even know where I am. Teleported here.
Why is it so green?
There are too many trees. It must be burnt.
Don't touch my plants.
Oh, yeah, forgot to bring that up. As once the tumult settled, there's white smoke coming from west of the keep.
Wait, but we're inside the keep right now. I feel like
No, we left.
We're outside.
We flashed.
I feel like while we're standing around talking, can she gauge that that's like the general direction?
Oh yeah.
I feel like she wasn't paying attention until we got to like this like planning phase, and she notices the smoke and kind of books it over in that direction, just like drop of the hat. She's like, "Oh shoot, I need to go look."
Goodbye.
Quinn!
Korra's gonna follow.
She like looks at the view and she's like, I'll be right back. And then like follows.
And if the executioner and a couple of the lieutenants are just going like,
She like flat out is running in that direction.
yeah.
Exercise is good for brain. Good for strategy.
Korrah's clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, of course.
Are we all going?
I don't know, are you?
No.
I'm sure they got it.
Bro, it's fire. Of course I'm going there.
Come on, Felix.
Oh my god.
And the executioner in the command is like, we go.
Everybody run! Bro,
I
what do
think
you
we're gonna
think?
stay. We're not going.
Don't come. Why'd you ask?
And we'll keep watch. Go. And some of the cavalry disperses. Yeah, Gwen. Once you get there, it hadn't grown terribly big when you'd left. It was still a good bit larger than any of your other seedlings that you'd planted. And the grove is kind of naturally black anyway, but not. This is scorched.
How far had it expanded?
Probably 30 feet.
Once we like run in that direction and she comes into view of it, she's gonna rush up to it and just kind of stand there with her mouth agape a little bit, and she just starts like silently crying, I guess, staring at it.
What kind of like plants are they?
It's briar. It's like a bramble thicket.
Yeah, and even in this state, you can see that it was beginning to develop pathways internally.
Not that you guys would see right now because it's scorched, but generally it's the same as my magic. The vines are black. They have red thorns, and the leaves are also pitch black.
Us? Does it just like look like normal like scorched plant, or like can we tell that it's not normal plant?
That's a good question. It kind of
Like a
looks like
check?
a plant that's trying harder than the average not to die, but that it doesn't have much choice in the matter.
She's just gonna kind of pitifully like pick up one of the leaves that didn't get burnt, and just kind of cradle it a little bit.
Far away from the Qitu is this?
I think I put it like a quarter mile out.
Yeah,
We sprinted.
it was like just behind a couple hills.
Yeah.
I'll go up to Gwen and I say, I can cool things down. Is there anything in particular that's burning that needs to be stopped right now?
Don't touch it.
Okay.
She'll turn towards the party. And just kind of deadpan start heading back to the Qitu. We need to finish our plan. Just leave it alone.
Aeron does not look happy.
Everyone's so angry and sad today.
So we can't bring people back from the dead, but we can spread evil groves. That's fine.
Wait, sorry, what did he say?
Like muttered it like under his breath, like to Akuchi, but he said we can't bring people back from the dead, but we can spread the evil grove.
She, would I have been able to hear that?
I don't think so.
Depends how fast you were walking away. Like, had it like after she like started moving.
I mean, she wasn't like running away from you guys.
I don't think she would have been able to hear it because he was again saying it. He was like muttering it, but maybe she did. I don't know.
Make a perception check.
It's a 13.
Might have heard a mumble. If you caught even that, you didn't hear any substance to it.
She'll walk a little bit and then kind of turn to the others, motion for them to follow, like she doesn't want them to stay there. And Korrah will follow.
I
Okay, so back in the keep, eventually the executioner gives you a secondary brief, but the court has more or less blockaded the northern end of the town, so that the only way out people would have would be to flee towards the forest. Which otherwise leaves the southern flank of the town open for infiltration. And from your guys' experience in the forest, you know, people are probably going to take them. Yeah, the southern end of the town is pretty much unguarded.
Wait, aren't we
All right.
resting? Or are we doing this
Yeah,
and resting?
This is before your rest.
This being, are we like poisoning the, whatever it was? Wow, I completely blanked.
food supply.
Right.
Yes. Are we doing that and then sleeping? Is that what the plan is?
Whatever you guys want to do. I'm tapped out of spells right now, so.
I don't think we're using spells for poison. I assume we were doing like my alchemy stuff. Or if someone just had poison on them, I don't know.
We're not gonna have any way to like get out.
I also don't have invisibility prepped, so.
Do you have seeming ready right now?
Nope.
So we can do it right now.
Do we have any idea where the sending stone would be in, or like who it would be with?
It would most likely be on the person, or it would most likely be on the judge's person. And they do have a pitched tent for court proceedings. It's the biggest one set up, and it's quite ostentatiously purple with the imperial insignia flying above it. But that most likely should be empty in the night, and they don't know who's sleeping there.
So when the day comes, we disguise and we get into the camp and we go for the judge. We kill him or her or whoever it is, and we take the sending stone. Meanwhile, we also want to disperse poison to the soldiers. Is that the consensus we've come to?
So we would be in 2 groups.
How long would the poison take to come into effect?
Depends on Aeron's alchemy check. It's a really good roll. Can be like an hour after ingestion.
We poison first, and then we go for the judge.
Heather?
Cool.
We all just walk up to the judge and kill him?
See, that would work, but there's more people involved than just him and us.
I turn towards everybody and I say, well, I know Aeron has AoE. If we're trying to do damage to one person, I can polymorph them. I can change them into something. But if we're trying to do...
Turn him into a squirrel and we squash.
Yes.
Yes.
But if we're trying to hit a lot of people all at the same time, I know Aeron and I both have pretty far ranges of hurting people in a big area.
Why are we killing the judge rather than kidnapping? Adult napping?
Yeah.
Napping.
You're right, I thought that was just when I took a rest in the afternoon.
Would the court even care if the judge was kidnapped?
Well, why they don't care that he's kidnapped? Why would they care if he's dead?
Good point.
What?
Could
Wait.
maybe have someone, or maybe 2 people, I don't know, stay near where the court is set up while the rest of us take, if we go with capturing the judge, the rest of us could take him somewhere in the distance, and we could be set up as sort of a warning that if they don't comply, then they're gonna get bombed.
Oh.
Korrah nods approvingly.
Or, depending how strong the judge is and how well we secure him, which we have the bonds of Bolero, whatever the fuck it's called. I can never get it right.
Bonds of Bolaro, I'm pretty sure.
I think we all have different ways of pronouncing it.
Balrog of Mordor?
Billaro.
Perhaps maybe only one of us is needed to be with the judge, while the rest of us could be set up somewhere.
Wait, okay, so after we kidnap him, what are we doing with him?
My idea is that we use him as leverage to get them to stop attacking us, to leave.
Why do we think that would work? They have more men than we do.
They don't know that. Do they? Do
They
they
took
know
your keep with limited.
They don't know that.
So the judge isn't important enough for them to leave. That's why we would be poisoning them and setting up a means of attacking them before they can get to us. So I'm saying people with range should be prepared to get the advantage on them.
Do they have trade routes?
To clarify, are you meaning this as like cover or retreat?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm meaning mass death.
And Felix chimes in. He's like, that last fight, you guys saw me use that like yellow cloud thing. Well, I was trying to. You may have seen it come out and then get stopped or, counterspelled like garbage. But if no one sees me, that is a big old giant cloud that moves and goes around corners in houses. You can't hold your breath, and it keeps moving until it dissipates. So,
what does it do?
it's
It's
poison.
Just a cloud? Oh, very good.
Your area spells are a good idea, but we could also perhaps implant some sort of bombs within the crowd.
Do we know what bombs are?
Yeah.
I have a question of firebomb, so I was kind of thinking about maybe you can.
Yeah. I don't remember how many of those cool alchemical materials that you found in Togtarki Ander took, and how many you have. Anyone knows? At some point, you have possessed alchemical bombs, but I don't know if you still possess them.
I also have a quick just table talk questions. Just because I literally don't know anything about the keep or the town where we are. Are we saying so the keep is a little bit away from a small village type thing, and the court's set up there, and there's people that apparently you guys care about that are living in the village, right?
Care about is a strong word.
That you're you have governed over, basically.
Yeah.
Also a strong word.
All right, okay, whatever.
You're
adjacent to people that live here.
Yeah, they threw a party for them once, and that's
yeah. Oh, that makes you friends then, bonded brothers. Okay.
We have brought commerce into the town essentially because we have the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Again.
Would they fight for you? Can we spread revolution?
We have rallied some of them before when we originally took the keep.
If we give them knives, will they fight back?
I think anyone would fight back if they had a knife in their hand and their life was being threatened.
Can they kidnap other members of court?
I feel like maybe that's a little bit high above just the normal civilians capabilities.
Are the court any special people? Are the court not just a bunch of fat, fancy nobles?
I thought they were fighters. Are the actual higher up court just?
I think he doesn't know anything.
You don't. You know that the jury has a reputation of being learned people, and therefore most likely not that good with a blade. The executioner, you assume, is probably pretty good with an axe. But about the judge and any other members of the court, you don't have good intel. They have a much reduced cavalry force. They still have a bit of an infantry force, and then a lot of camp followers, basically, that are more or less normal people. They just kind of do the dishes, do the laundry, take on the armor, put it on.
Would we know if they have like mages that were not just part of like the army? Do they have like the actual important people? Are any of them magically inclined? Would we have known?
So far, there doesn't seem to be any indication of it. The scouts haven't, obviously since they're on horseback, they can't get that close. But they haven't seen any zones of truth being cast. They haven't seen. They haven't really seen magic being cast outside of Wargoth. And I don't know if they even knew that she was a wizard.
What kind of court doesn't have zone of truth? They're not interested in true justice.
They're interested in
They care
justice. Because it's just us. Do people like the court? Can we make those small little servants that take care of armor? Do they like that job? Is that a good job? Do they fight back? I do not like cleaning my own armor. I hate it. I want to die.
I would assume that since the people are being rounded up to be executed and trialed, that they are not fans of the court right now. So, we disperse some poison. We do our best to get some weapons to the people. We plant bombs throughout the crowd, and then we go for the judge.
I can polymorph the judge and somebody else at the same time.
Does anyone have a hammer and an anvil?
Do we know if the judge is like the highest ranking person?
The way people seem to talk, it seems like. But yeah, you guys are working with limited intel right now. I'm gonna stop talking.
No, keep talking.
And we need to do our best to avoid civilian fire. If they choose to fight back, of course, that is their own choice, but I would rather they not get caught up in the crossfire as much as possible.
Perhaps when we're disguised, we should try to figure out if the judge should be our main target before we just go with that plan. See if
We could
other people were more important than the judge.
We could infiltrate and ensue and go to people that we think are going to be okay with, crazy shit going down, tell people to hide, leave if they can at like a specific time. That's definitely a possibility.
Does anyone else have input on that last little bit Felix put out? Yay, nay?
We should tell them to gather in a specific area then, because if the north is blocked off, then they have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Ian, would we know of like a specific place we could put them or make them try to go to?
Wait, are we talking about the townsfolk or like people in the... Okay, I thought we were talking about people in the court, and I was like, no, we want to kill them.
No, townsfolk. We want to get them out of the way so I can crowd kill some bitches.
Yeah, I thought he was also talking about the baggage train, too. I might have misheard that.
Or is there a place where the court just meets by themselves and I can just fucking cloud kill an entire room and we can close the doors?
That is not yet known.
What if we
Humanity.
invite them to a ball in the Qitu, and then we lock them all in there?
Oh, psych! We're out! Drop the bombs!
Yeah. We might want to try doing something like that, like wait for them to be in one room, like maybe while they're in like a meeting or something, and then just fucking release some stuff, like disguise ourselves as guards of like the place that they. I'm assuming they all meander in one area. I'm assuming they don't have like separate houses that they go to. I'm
None
assuming.
of them have houses. They're just like chilling here for.
They have tents. A couple. Some of them might be occupying the inn. Or some of the better houses.
Yeah.
Townsfolk.
Do the guards know anything about whether or not the court meets daily? Or
Oh yeah, like they started trials the day they got here.
Okay, do they meet by themselves?
These guards don't know because they kind of got beat up and left alone. The soldiers, the cavalrymen, because they're all soldiers. The judge, the executioner, the jury, the defendants, and one other kind of well-dressed person that they're not really sure what they do, and a couple guards. All are in that main tent that I described earlier.
Yeah.
They're all in there for most of the day.
Oh, so we could just smoke that tent.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 civilians at a time in there. Most of the people you're looking to kill are in there.
We could use the rod of rulership and make the civilians leave. I say this to the party. We can use the rod of rulership because I can pinpoint who I want that to affect, right?
How many people can it affect?
As many as he can see.
As many as I can see.
They just have to fail to save him.
Yeah, and if they're regular townsfolk, I'm assuming they're gonna not be great at it.
For the most part.
So
they could also be people and see their like friends and family leaving and follow.
Exactly. I could target as many townspeople as I see and say, and it's like everybody go to the fucking right side of the the fucking place, and then just smoke that tent.
The area.
The southern end of town is going to be the place of safest refuge.
Yeah. Tell as many people, as many townspeople as I see to go to the southern area of the place, and then hopefully people follow.
Remember that the rod of rulership works once a day.
Yeah, so it would be like a one-time thing.
That might be a better course of action, because if we were just trying to like tell people to go without doing that, then like we don't know how long that would take for people to actually leave, and like that word might get back to like the court and stuff. So
yeah, it might have to be just a thing that happens, and then I can fly above, so I could announce it to a lot of people if they see me.
Do you have to like actually speak it, or can you like mentally command?
He has to speak it. I'm not sure if they have to be able to hear. It's something, or if it's just once he speaks it, it is made his will. I don't know. Check.
Felix, do you have thaumaturgy?
No, I'm thinking quiet. Because if we're trying to get like a surprise attack, and you want to be like, "Hey, all you people, get out of here! We're gonna bomb the place."
Don't go to school today.
Yeah. Or be like, there is a gathering happen at the southern entrance. Everybody make your way over there. And I could be a town's guard, like, on top of a building. We have refuge for all of those who are wanting to leave. Make your way to the south exit.
That still draws attention from the people that we're trying to kill.
I mean, they're not going to go that way because they know they're not going to. And I only target the people I want to.
Doesn't
And
say
then
anything
once we
about needing to be heard. It's just within 120 feet. Anyone who can see.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Just be quiet then.
Yeah.
Then we, after they leave, we could, like, I don't know what spells you have, but, like, cloud kill, and I could use something, and if it's the people that we're aiming at.
120 feet isn't very much space. How are we gonna get, like, what portion of the town are we moving? Like,
Well, we're trying to focus on getting the people out of the court tent with the rod of rulership, not necessarily
out of the
every-
tent?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're trying to avoid killing them. So we try to get them out of the tent and get other people to go to the southern area. And we don't know how many people are going to be interspersed with the court itinerant.
Mhm.
Like we just don't know that. So it's something we're just gonna have to like play by ear.
Yeah.
Are the people that are like working for the court that like aren't part of like the court itself, so like the people that like help them like with their armor and stuff, are they do they like wear different things? Like, can we tell who they are?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You have the soldiers and like the soldiers in this army, I guess you could put it. What else you call a group of soldiers? They're wearing much better armor than Imperial deserters, and the folks who are just there in the baggage train, they're just wearing normal clothes that the townspeople are wearing, and linen, thumb cotton, or no, sorry, other way around. Just generally not the greatest material. Wait, what's linen?
Ian, would I be able to...
It's kind of like scratchy and.
Yeah, never mind. Linen is the primary. Cotton is hard to grow.
Ian,
Climate.
would I be able to... I don't know if this is possible with the rod of rulership. If I'm close enough to where the court itinerant is, would I be able to use the rod of rulership to tell normal townsfolk to go to the south end and tell the court itinerant to go to the tent and guard it?
No, as it is one command.
Okay.
It can
So
be as
get
complex
as close
a command
as
as you like, but you can't be like
yeah.
tell people to do different things.
Gotcha. So I could get within like 60 feet of the court itinerant, tell all the townsfolk people to go to the south side. What was that?
Isn't it 1?
Yeah, but I want to give myself a bigger range just to keep as many townspeople out, get as many townspeople out as possible. And if I'm right up to the court itinerant, it's only going to hit them and not any of the townspeople. So.
I'm confused. I thought we were using the rod of rulership for the people in the court that aren't murdering people.
Yeah, and I can. Yeah.
Oh, and the baggage train folk aren't going to be in it.
Wait, what?
The baggage train folk aren't going to be in that tent. You're just going to have a few defendants.
Oh.
And the jurors, the executioner, the judge.
Oh.
And whatever guards are making sure that everything keeps going the way it should.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take out as many of the higher ups as possible.
The baggage train is more for the soldiers.
We can handle the soldiers. It's the bigger people I want to get rid of.
Wait, so we're using the rod on the civilians or the Judgy.
Civilian.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're getting the civilians out, but I want to take out as many of the higher up people as possible in one swoop, or injure them fatally.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Are there any like civilians in danger?
Yes.
If we target the
Tried.
what?
Yes. You weren't here when we
tried. Okay, but that's it.
And they are going through like you're able. Excuse me. The scouts, since they've been there a few days, have been able to pick up. They're going through about eight cases a day.
Because you can't just use the rod of rulership on the people being tried, because then if they start like walking away, they're just gonna kill them.
Unless you're there to intercede.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
I don't know.
maybe,
I'm up for a
maybe
different suggestion. And
it would be better to use the rod of rulership on like the executioner, the whoever, the people that are prosecuting.
yeah, they could also make
use
the
it
save.
on them and be like, leave these people alone. I don't know, like stop. Maybe just stop. Stay there, and then.
Thing is, they could also make the save.
The reason we're targeting, ideally, yes, we would target the people that we're trying to kill and or make leave this area, but they probably, table talk, have better stats. So we're targeting the sheeple because they're just
Rude.
dudes.
Yeah.
We could also just target all of them and tell them to walk away from the tent, and then just intercept the people who are intercept the court people.
Mm-hmm.
That way, either way, we're guaranteeing that the civilians, and we're most likely going to fail to save, so we're guaranteeing that they'll be able to get out, and either way, we can still intercept them. And if some of them are still under our control, that's good as well.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's do that.
Okay, but if the people being tried, the civilians, don't pass the save, they start leaving, and then like the executioner makes the save, sees these people like walking away, he's like, okay, time for them to die.
I'll just fucking polymorph him. It's okay. Someone else can do the rod. It doesn't have to be me.
I'm wondering if if any of us are like fast enough to stop that from happening from a distance.
Stop what from happening?
If like the executioner doesn't fall under the effect of the rod of rulership, sees the civilians starting to leave while in the middle of a trial, and then decides, well, they're not complying, so I'm just gonna murder them.
Well, I was thinking we were gonna.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I have my restraining grasp. I can try and shoot at him.
Okay.
I was also thinking we were going to infiltrate and get closer to the Itinerant, kind of dressed as guards or seeming as guards or people who are supposed to be up there. That way we can be close to them, and then someone, either not me or someone else who is outside, can activate the rod, and then those people who are closer can see what happens, and then we just do stuff. Yeah, we're just doing stuff accordingly. I mean, I could use the I could use the rod.
I was thinking we'd set up from a distance, and then we would bomb them with either literal bombs or spells.
Table talk. If we're because we're trying to go into the tent to like get the judge and stuff, but I feel like we're just gonna be making a bunch of noise. So I feel like threatening using the judge as a threat doesn't really work, because we're gonna be making a bunch of noise and then we're like, oh, the judge is being attacked right now. right?
Well, I was thinking we would try to capture the judge in a moment where he's not in the middle of a trial. Like, get
Well, the
him, like,
thing-
away, like, privately.
The thing with doing things from far away is we don't know how many civilians we're gonna hurt if we just bomb them.
There's no civilians in the tent other than the people being tried, so we get them out with the rod, and then we bomb them.
Actually, you have to be able
That's-
to see the people that you're commanding. So,
So
you have
one
to
I
of us
know.
has to be over there anyways. That's what I'm saying. Is one of us
If
can,
you're
two of us
far
can
enough
go in there.
away, I mean,
Two of us can be in there, and if something goes fucking haywire, actually, I could be in there. I can be in there by myself because I can set out a signal. I can activate boots and fly away very fast, and then I can attack from out. I can do the rod and a spell at the same time. I can use sorcery points to do that. So if I see that the judge or the people are walking away and the judge is going to kill someone, I can easily fucking polymorph him, and then when you see me fucking flying out of there or taking people with me, then you just fucking bomb. We're spending a lot of time talking about this and not enough time resting while stuff is going on.
I feel like as soon as we actually get to the actual plan, it's gonna fall apart, and then we're just gonna be shooting like Eldritch Blasts and stuff. So
being fair,
You
I'm
are-
not sure a plan was made.
Yeah. So I can be the only one in there.
sounds
just
like we have a
depending
plan
on
to
how many-
have
Yeah.
one person in there to be able to stop whatever happens if the rod fails.
Yep.
does steaming affect our weapons?
It can.
Nope, it just changes what they look like.
Well, no, that's what I'm asking. Like, if I pull out my glaive, if I'm just carrying my glaive around, can it look like a long sword?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you disperse and make it come back, the seeming's gonna be.
Yeah. So I'd be holding it.
Yeah. I would have the rod out. It would look like a sword of some sort.
So, table talk. So our current plan is 1, disperse the poison. 2, get the people out of the tent. 3, capture the judge and use him as a threat. And then potentially, like, have like bombs like set up in the camp if the threat doesn't like go over. I think was kind of what we were leaning towards. For being
I
trying
don't
to.
even know if we.
Uh,
I don't even know if we need
we
the.
should capture the judge first.
That's
No, I'm not saying this is the order. I'm saying like this is all stuff that's probably going to be going on around the same time. The poison needs time to set in, so that kind of has to be done first. While that's being done, someone needs. We're probably gonna have to split up into 2 groups. So there's like the poison group, and then the people who are capturing the judge. Yeah,
And where do the bombs fit in?
I was suggesting that because I'm kind of under the assumption threatening the judge is not gonna go over, and they're gonna be like, no, fuck you. So I was thinking we'll bomb them.
Yeah, just
My initial.
how does bombing work? Like,
That's
when,
why I was
when,
asking.
when is it happening? Because you can't just be like, I run up real close and I throw a bomb at him.
I was thinking like, would it be good to have, like some people like disperse like within the crowd, prepared to set off bombs? That's maybe something we could send like some of our dudes to do, or just like have some of us be ready to do.
Do we know if we have like any capability of setting off bombs remotely?
It can be remote if you're good enough. You can't just be like, push a button, it goes off. It has to be on a timer. So that's something that you could probably enlist townspeople to plant them. Just at a point
Yeah,
where,
the knives was also part of the plan.
I don't want to be part of the bomb squad, whatever ends up getting like decided on.
Do we know like when the trials usually begin? Or like since they've been here like a day, I don't know. Like when do they start?
I feel like we've talked about this, and it was like they usually have like two days when in like starting their trials, but because of recent events, things may have sped up, so we don't know.
I'm fine with whatever happens tell me what to do. I feel like we're not making any headway. Just sitting here talking about it. We just gotta do something, wait for it to fail, and then change.
Should poison the food, capture the judge. Someone stays with the judge captured and the sending stone. Sends a message to whomever. And while this message is happening, the rest of us are set up to attack if they don't comply.
Okay, so let's go over who's doing all the stuff.
I would kind of assume that whoever like doesn't have the capability of like being ranged should capture the judge, or not capture him on their own, but like have the captured judge and like send a message.
I would also advise figuring out how you plan on doing a person quickly, because you don't have a room for a nifty little sneak attack.
Yeah, we know.
It's still the night before, right? Like, it's not
Yeah.
day of.
It's probably only been, we started it almost 2 hours ago, so it's probably only been an hour game time.
Nice.
I think that Aeron should be part of the poison squad because he's making the poison. I think Akushi should be. Let me finish talking, please.
There's no poison squad. We're doing that before everything happens because it takes time to set in.
We need to be like looking out for the judge and stuff, like and spreading the knives while this is happening.
I want the knives.
Anyway, so I think Aeron should be part of the poison squad. Akuchi should be the one dispersing the knives and also the bombs, because those can be done simultaneously. Felix needs to be prepared to get the people out of the tent. I think Korrah should be going to capture the judge, probably with Felix. Gwen could probably go with Aeron or Akuchi. Because, well, I mean, you haven't even made the poison yet, so we don't know how long it's going to take to set in. So if it's going to take longer, then we can all go, or most of us can, like, go to the area to, like, poison the grain. But if it's going to take, like, an hour or two, then, like, we need to be ready to be on the lookout to capture the judge and also start spreading the bombs in the knives. In the knives?
Sounds good to me.
It sounds pretty good, but like before we decide that it's the judge that we're capturing, we need to like find out if there's someone else.
We're not convinced that the judge is like the end all be all, like completely in control. So we need to scout that while we're doing the poison and the knives and the bombs.
Okay. And something that hasn't been mentioned yet, but I'm pretty sure you all are smart enough to in character know.
Wow.
Sorry. You're gonna need to sneak in the first place.
Yeah.
Your heavy armor does not lend to sneaking.
Sucks to suck.
We're gonna be disguised.
But it doesn't like cover up the sound, the cling, cling, cling noise of plate.
Well, I mean, the guards wear armor, so the clinging and clanging isn't going to be.
You guys
much
are
different
also
from it, but-
approaching from the west.
Yeah, we should not approach from.
Just go around.
At some point, you can talk through it, and if there's a way that doesn't involve sneaking, then great. But every way that I can think of involves you needing to sneak and then show up somewhere.
So if Korra's going to be scoping out the area in her extra 4 hours, I'm thinking like this is under the assumption that this will be something I see, but if there are like guards on like patrol around the area, like that's something maybe we could like take them out and take their place.
Okay.
And that would like lessen the need to sneak, but otherwise we're just gonna have to like figure out how to sneak in.
Are there supposed to be any more of the court arriving, or have they all arrived?
The general understanding of the court is that they travel as a group, and that is that.
What if there was another court? We have heard of you. You are
maybe,
so
like-
wonderful.
Maybe if we get caught, like, trying to sneak in or something, like, coming from the west, we could just say that we went to see if we could find the elites that were killed. Or possibly killed.
Yeah, I think that sounds fine.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think I should make the poison before we go to bed.
Okay.
Just to get like a sense of like maybe if it's going to be something that takes a long time to set in, maybe Korrah could like attempt to plant it, like since she is going to be up earlier.
I'm not playing anything without anybody.
Okay, all right, never mind. But
Okay. And okay, so yeah, we can do the poison tonight. Something that would probably get you a bonus on it is if you went to the kobolds. Hey, yo.
Hey,
You got-
friends!
You got any scorpions?
Oh, yes.
Doesn't have to be scorpions, but still, kobolds are good at that type of thing.
No, you got a snake.
Go ask them.
Really?
to the kobolds.
Okay. So yeah, you got 3 people that kind of speak Draconic. None of them, or Gwen speaks the right Draconic, just a little bit of it. Aeron doesn't quite speak the right Draconic. Suk-Sui speaks kind of different Draconic. All in all, it would probably be best for 2 of those 3.
Well, they're my friends, so I want to talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't actually speak Draconic. Like you just know a couple words.
Okay, well then you're on your own talking to them.
Well, I was just thinking it would be better if you could come with me.
I can cast. Never mind, it's still night. I cannot.
Comprehend language.
It is not ready. I'm in the morning. I could.
Even if it's a different like dialect or whatever, it's still Draconic.
Too tired. Yeah.
Also, I feel like I should clarify. A lot of this is me just being like silly while we're playing this. Gwen is not like in a happy mood right now. She's very like deadpan. Like we need to like solve this stuff right now. So if I'm joking, that is the player, not Gwen.
Alright.
You make poison?
I'm asleep.
Felix gets an early start. Korrah, I assume, is meditating now.
Yeah.
When
What?
are you sleeping? Are you doing something?
Join the kobolds.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. If Aeron needs to talk to them before we do the poison, I guess she would go with.
Okay.
To the kobolds.
So, are all 3 of you going? It's perfectly fine if all 3 of you go. It really doesn't make a difference.
I don't care.
So, get 2 sleeping and the 3 going. Cool. So yeah, the 3 of you go down to the kobold den. And once Gwen gets into view, they get a bit more light and jovial. They're very curious about Suk-Sui. And is when they talk at you, it's like a very broken English to you. And it's like, what is that word you're saying? And Aeron, it's a similar thing. You feel like they're speaking the language wrong. And yeah. So how What's going on?
No, I just want to go up to them and pick up Iti and give him a hug.
Oh yeah, like you walk up to him and just like sticks his arms out.
Pick them up and just kind of like he'll hold some little kid ones if they come out.
Yeah, pretty soon Gwen's just kind of got like a gaggle of little kobolds just like on top of her.
Smothered in lizard friends.
Suk-Sui's gonna look at him.
They're very small. Like, Suk-Sui's gotten used to being kind of small among humans and orcs and friggin' Vidalcan and whatever else that he's come across. Occasionally meets some gray people who are shorter, but not by much. And you got these guys that look like lizards, look like salamanders, but very, very small.
Little lizard.
So I guess I'll walk up. Could any of you help us make some poison for the bad people?
We'll talk. Can they help with the bombs too?
For the timing mechanisms, definitely. For the combustible part, might be better do that yourself. So yeah, the representatives you're talking to kind of ask you for a bit more clarification as to the bad people, because they didn't find the kobold den when they, because they were coming from a different direction than you did. Is the court? Yeah, the court came from the west, so they completely bypassed the kobold. So they don't really know what's going on.
There are people attacking our home.
And here's a long exhale. Poison. And Kobold turns around and starts speaking much faster than they were speaking to you, and points at three. One of them looks kind of old, and the other two are just kobold-looking kobolds. And they rush off, and one brings back 2 jars, both with pretty gnarly-looking scorpions. And the kobold representative shows you how to harvest the venom from it without permanently injuring the scorpions, and acknowledges that if they die, okay, fine, but we would prefer if you return them to us so that we can continue utilizing them.
Scorpions.
They also bring you a kind of bright purple root and tell you how to extract the poison from that most effectively. And it's actually not how you would have thought. I don't know how you would do it, but it's a weird way that Aeron hasn't seen before. It's not an academic way. And the last one looks like it might be like Indregadung, excuse me. It's like, yeah, and tell you, yeah, just put that on top of a fire and it'll turn whatever. Evaporate into some nasty stuff.
Fire.
After that, the kobold representative kind of looks at you and nods. Looks up at you and nods. Poison.
Poison.
Thank you.
Son.
Poison.
My son. My son.
Killing juice.
Right, let's make the poison.
This word means now. Like 10 times.
And the kobold representative wishes you luck and great success. And when you make your
Not killing everybody.
after your alchemy check has an extra +3.
Okay. I'll
And
make it now.
yeah, and if you want to get because you stuck your mom's alchemy stuff in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be an art. You always roll well on this type of stuff. Never in combat, but on everything else. So add an extra +1 for the more advanced alchemy set as well. So it's a +4 total.
When I also add proficiency.
Yeah.
So.
On an
Okay.
Bro.
Wait, and intelligence?
Yeah, it's an intelligence roll
Wait.
with proficiency.
Okay. Okay.
Intelligence +8, basically.
Yeah. Alright, here we go!
Just wait, it's gonna be a nat 1. I
Wait,
changed
are
it.
we making this at the kobold den, or did we go back to the Qitu?
Went back to
Yeah, because I had to grab stuff from the bag of holding. $29.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works pretty well. Yeah. Like, looks very refined.
One drop could kill an army.
Yeah, this will do quite nicely.
Oh, hey, you know what I just remembered? I have that little plant that can make poison, too.
Oh, yeah, and that's like a super thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Whatever.
How fast acting is this poison?
It
Instant.
make an intelligence check with advantage.
Can we test it?
Who wants to test it?
It's like, 15 minutes later, Mefford, oh my god. 15 minutes later, just dies.
18.
16?
18.
18, okay. This will probably, after ingestion, 45 to an hour and a half. But it'll probably only be good for 6 hours after distribution in the first place. But yeah, it needs to be put in food being made.
When does the court eat?
So the principal members of the court, probably like fucking before the sun comes up. The army part of it, well, court is in session a few times a day.
Is the army part eating from like a different source than?
Yeah, they're eating in a mess tent. The
Messy tent.
the executioner the executioner, the judge, and the jury have a more specialized cook staff. Because, they're important and everything.
What about the helpers?
Sometimes they get mess tent, sometimes they have a separate mess tent, sometimes they're just like you go figure out your stuff on your own. It's really a very variable position.
All right, got the poison.
I am in bed.
Can we go to sleep now?
Yeah, I assume that Gwen and Suk-Sui probably went to bed like when you got.
Probably. She was probably like, yeah, okay, have fun with that, and then like went to her room and died.
So at this, by the time Aeron's done, Korrah is almost done with her meditation. Like it's not a distinct overlap, but like it's getting close. Yeah, Aeron will go to bed after the poison. Korrah will be the first to rise after that. And Felix is a few hours after. So, Korrah, is there anything? What type of scouting were you planning on doing?
I just wanted her to like check out the area like as close as she could get, but like she's not trying to put herself in danger, obviously. So she's sort of like looking out for like guard patrols, just like anything that will really catch her eye.
Make a perception check for me. That was pretty bad.
That's a nice nat 1 you got there.
The guards, they seem to just be always moving. You never actually see them change. It's like, oh wow, these ones look the same. I wonder if they are the same. They're still. Yeah, you're not able to discern when the shift changes.
She sees the guards and gets distracted by her pure rage.
Gotta kill you. Korrah turns.
I'm fucking dying. That's so funny.
Well, I guess I'll do that and then, I mean, help with bomb prep, I guess.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I guess I forgot to do that. Is Aeron doing bomb prep or just poison prep? Bombs take longer.
Bro, I don't know.
Yeah, I was under the impression that you still had some. I might be wrong.
I have a potion of firebomb. I don't know if anyone else has any sort of bomb-related things.
Nope.
A potion of firebomb?
Yeah.
I am so confused.
Seems like
some
I should
great-
do that.
I'm kidding with the spell.
I have the pipes of haunting. We could make
guns.
it.
Could we like guns?
Could we guns?
We have those guns. We could put those guns in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if we have like powder though.
You're silly. Oh, I thought
Campaign is weird. Why do we have bombs and guns?
because I said so. Damn it.
I have to defend my medieval castle with my pipe bomb.
I thought you only had one gun.
We have 2.
Oh.
Korrah found one the second time.
Oh. Got 2 guns.
I have black pudding goo
Oh, you do.
from the Feywilds.
That would at least be flammable.
Lots of paper.
Flammable, not combustible.
I can light people on fire.
Yeah, no, the bombs, I was just under the impression that you had some from Takarakiv.
Xander had them.
Yeah, all of them?
Yeah, I let him take all of them.
Okay, yeah, you don't have bombs. Except for Korrah's potion of firebomb, which I don't know what that does.
Something that we might be useful. I have a potion of clairvoyance. If people wanted to use that to wait, no, I'm reading. Never mind, I'm reading this spell wrong.
The firebomb potion is. It can be thrown as a splash weapon, and then the direct hit does more damage, and then the other creatures in the area take fire damage, and then it's until the flames are extinguished, the fire keeps going.
Well, we'll treat it just as a firebomb, because that text... Oh, let's go to crafting and treasure. Come on. Ooh, those are cool.
So if we hit it, it goes off.
Yeah, if you throw it at someone, it'll go...
Could I just Eldritch Blast it?
Yeah, I was
Blast
thinking
it away?
plant it, and then maybe Gwen could Eldritch Blast it or something.
That would work. Fire will spread, and the town is destroyed.
Well, we're only putting it in the tent, right? And then the tent is on fire.
Wait, the bomb is a backup for if we can't grab the judge, right?
Basically.
Okay.
Am I awake yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone else has got 2 more hours. Aeron is...
Tight. I'm gonna give the bonds of Malaro to Korrah. Unless she wants me to use them.
No, she'll take them since Felix has to focus on the rod. So
Yeah. He just gives it to you and he's like, just throw it at him.
We have 1. Light a big tent on fire and hope it catches. Okay. Felix, is there anything you need to do outside of hand the bonds over? Bands?
Billaro.
I said
Billaro. Billaro. How about we just have one person in charge of the firebomb, and they use it however they see fit, and we try to do all the other things first.
I'm gonna give the firebomb to Suk-Sui, and Suk-Sui can do whatever they want with this bomb.
Oh.
Fire bomb. Here you go. Take
He
it.
just crushes it on himself and runs in.
Does the army stay in the tent where the trials are happening?
No.
Witness it?
No, just the judge, the executioner, blah blah blah. Those are the ones in the big tent, okay? We get over this.
I feel like we had some semblance of a plan, and then we started talking about something, and now we're back at square one.
Okay, we have the plan.
Guys,
Okay, it's done. Suk-Sui has the bomb. Go at it. Go ham.
you know what's actually going to happen? We're going to try doing something. It's going to catastrophically fail, and they're going to have to fucking just do something else. So
That's
let's just
always what happens. So
let's just try what we're going to try, Gwen. Korrah is going to try and get the judge, or whoever the fuck, and then I'm going to try to get all the people out of the tent, or just the people inside the tent, or all the people out of the fucking place. That's probably not going to work. And then once it all goes to shit, we're all just going to end up fighting, and people are going to get hurt anyways. There's no going around it. Let's just fucking do it.
About now that you hear a horn blow in the distance. Should be about 6 in the morning.
Nice. Someone is right.
And yeah, you guys are inside. The soldiers, you didn't say, yeah, you come inside, so they're sleeping outside.
Oh.
So you don't know what that means.
Go outside.
Are the
Wakey,
rest of us awake?
wakey.
Everyone's awake now.
Okay.
Korrah, did you figure out the patrol pattern?
No, let's go check out the
Aaron's like, what?
Yes, there we go.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Oh my
Felix,
God.
what is the seeming?
Did we even decide? Are we gonna look like guards?
It's up to you right here, right now.
Yes.
I will make all of us look like the part of the guards who guard the fucking
The people
The
patrolling.
yeah, those fucking people. That's what I meant to say. Yes. Shibuya, 5th level spell, Dunzo.
Okay,
So
what are we doing about Suk-Sui's tail?
it is still attached.
Just
I mean,
like
you can't.
you.
Wrap it around your leg.
There's a knife at the end of my tail. It does
I
not
mean,
work
well,
like
here's
that.
the thing. I theoretically could make it disappear as long as no one fucking runs up and trips. Like, someone could be behind you and run up behind you and trip over your tail, and they just won't be able to. They won't see what they tripped over.
I will laugh at them and call them stupid for tripping over nothing.
Yeah. So like,
I like this.
it's like if I made someone taller. If someone like put their hand like and tried slapping that person on the face, they wouldn't actually hit the person. It would just go through the illusion.
Yes. Yes.
Do the patrolmen wear helmets?
They're not full helmets like the advanced guard, the Knights of the Scrivener did. Like their eyes, nose, and mouth are still exposed.
So everyone knows
I make
I'm
us
a
look
wizard.
as the most generic fucking patrol people you can think of.
Hello,
Like
I'm
the
John
White Lotus
Smith.
members in Avatar: The Last Airbender, they all look the same.
Is
It lasts for 8 hours.
Suk-Sui a dragonborn? Or a person?
Fucking sure,
Wow.
a dragon makes the most sense.
Or a person. Gee.
I
Aaron,
said the
is
wrong
this
word.
the
What-
most racist in this group?
Is the normal dragonborn of this like? Do they have tails? So that
Yep.
would fix the tail problem.
Yeah, normal dragonborn have tails.
Looks like
Vamniri do not.
So do you want to be a dragonborn or a human?
Yes, dragonborn.
Okay.
Dragonborn.
I mean,
There we go.
human
Everybody
would
else
be
is
funny
just
prank, but
generic
humans are gross.
looking
Too fleshy.
Dude.
people. And I tell everybody to have their weapons out so I can disguise those as well. I take the rod out and I hold it, make it look like a fucking sword or some shit. I don't know.
Turn into a spear or something.
What was that?
Turn my glaive into a spear.
Perfect. Yeah, it is into a spear.
I would assume the sickle turns to a hand axe.
Yeah. It's not a sickle.
Wow, look, I have an axe!
And what's the Bardiche turning into?
Just a
A regular old spear.
normal spear.
Yep, perfect.
Gwyn looks at her glaive and Suk-Sui's weapon, and she's like, "Not as cool."
They look the same.
You see Felix with 2 arms, but it's just a mage hand that looks like a hand.
Alright. Okay. What direction are you approaching from?
I would assume we're trying to, like, go around.
Loop around.
And
Yeah.
So, bordering the forest? Right?
Yeah.
well, did they patrol, like, the forest
Nope.
area?
'Cause, they know people don't go that way. So they
Well,
don't either.
Probably not do that.
Well, sorry. No one is going to see you coming from
Yeah, let's do the forest.
Mhm.
Like we said, we could say we were scouting for the
Or we,
elites if something happens. So
or we could just say we were hunting or something. Like, it literally doesn't matter.
We'll make Korrah look like the leader of our group that was sent out to look for people. How about that?
Okay, so you just like give her a plume on the helmet.
Yeah, some shit like that that makes it seem like she's the fucking person.
Okay.
She saw the guards. She knows what they look like, so maybe she can fucking tell me.
That's about what it should look like.
Perfect. Yep.
As you all skirt around the woods to get into the town, Wynn and Korrah feel this pulling into the wood.
Ooh.
A pulling into the woods?
Yeah, just this. It's not a compulsion yet, but still an impulse to go deeper.
I see.
It's nothing that you need to make a save to resist yet.
So these aren't the woods where my kobolds live. This is like a different part?
This is the woods that you guys got lost in for like 4 days,
Oh.
trying to make it to Ortman's retreat.
Yeah, yeah.
I do not like trees. I do not like this place.
I'll slow down a little bit and kind of glance in that direction and see if any of the others react.
Korra also sort of reacts similar. She like slows for like a moment, but like kind of like shakes off, just like like focus on the mission and like keeps going.
No one else feels the tug.
Why not?
Onward! As we are not forest children.
We can't, like, anything.
We are not hippies.
I don't see anything at the edge of the forest, just a feeling.
Yeah, there's nothing out of the ordinary. So you get to the southern edge of the town, and it's a very similar feeling as to the first time you came through this way. Everyone has their head down, trying to just not be noticed. Hoping that ill fortune doesn't strike them today as it is their neighbors. And as you get closer towards town center, the stockades that were empty yesterday are largely filled. Alyssa is bound. The barkeep is bound. 2 people that you don't recognize are bound. There is no one hanging in the gallows.
Is there anybody around where Alyssa and the barkeep are? Are there like guards walking around where Alyssa and the barkeep are?
Patrolmen on occasion, yeah. But the regular folk are steering way clear.
Is there a patrol person walking by where Alyssa and the barkeep are bound at the moment?
3. In a team
3?
formation.
Are they looking at Alyssa and the barkeep? Are they like watching them?
A little bit. Alyssa's hands are also bound open so that she can't move her fingers.
Open. Oh, are her hands in front of her or behind her?
As you know, stockades, how as like
Uh-huh.
your head is stuck down and your hands are next to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that scenario, but extra
Uh-huh.
reinforcement on your hands.
Okay. I can't do anything about that. Never mind. Oh, it sucks.
Crying.
Okay. Because Mage Hand can be invisible, but too noticeable if ropes start untying themselves.
I think we have to leave them for now.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, we keep walking.
As you guys keep going on, get a bit of side eye from the patrolmen currently, but they don't question it too much. And a juggernaut, warforged with an absolutely massive axe, is approaching from the north.
Approaching us or approaching the other patrolman?
Approaching this square, the
Okay.
execution square. And opens one of the stockades of one of the folks that you don't know and guides them to the gallows. And prepares them for hanging.
Wait, so the people in the gallows have already had their trial?
Yes.
In the stuff.
Okay. Or sorry, yeah, in the stockade.
How far are we? How far are we from the? Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, you do recognize these two people. These were they attended your party.
Shit!
Our guests.
How far are we away from the hanging thing?
40 feet.
40 feet. Am I able to notice any part of the hanging apparatus that I could dislodge or disattach for when someone goes to get hanged, it just breaks and it doesn't actually hang them?
You could try to undo the knot that the noose is hanging from. Outside of that, these folks know what they're doing. And their building reflects that.
Who are the people? Because you said they were at our party. Like, who exactly were they?
They weren't the noble folk from out of town. They were just folks who were coming by to dance and drink. They're locals.
Is there any? Do they seem to be taking the people like in any specific like order over to the gallows?
Not yet, and it was only one. The other three are still in the stocks, and they were not unlocked. The executioner didn't even look at them.
Or is just gonna keep walking. He's expecting the others to keep follow. So.
Oh, fuck. There's nothing else other than the knot?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Felix won't do anything. Okay. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
Aeron kind of like hesitates. He's like, I mean, he's looking at Alyssa, and you could probably tell he's like nervous.
Alyssa kind of notices, spits at you in your direction.
He'll look over at Korrah. Oh, fuck, we don't have fake names.
We'll make them up on the spot.
Plumed person.
Captain.
Captain, yeah.
What an amateur.
That's so fucking funny.
Captain.
I mean, she'll look back at him.
Should someone stay near this area for supervision?
She'll shake her head.
Why not?
Have things to do. Come on.
But we don't know how quickly they're going through people.
Aeron, you were attracting eyes.
Get in line, guard.
Were we all going to the food thing first, or are we doing intel gather while the other thing is going on?
We're going to split off to do our individual tasks.
Okay.
Okay, so you keep going to the northern edge of town, and eventually people catch on, or one of the members of the court catch on. What are you doing? It is not your shift.
We were told to go look for the elite.
By who?
Aelfric.
Make a deception check.
Who?
Man, I don't know who Aelfric is.
You just said a name?
Add +2 to it for the lack of.
Can I assist her in any way?
Nah, too late.
Oh my god!
Amazing!
Said another one.
No, I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my fuck.
You're only good for murder.
Elf. I don't know an Elfric. What rank is this Elfric?
Korrah will glance at Felix. He's he knows more area, so she's kind of hoping he'll speak up.
Felix comes up and he's like, we were told to go sort of patrol the outer edge to see if we could find some of the people that were killed by that really stupid group called the Lock 2, and we weren't able to find anything, and we were told to come to the court to report what we found.
Make a deception check. -1 for the
That's okay.
horrible blunder.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, we're chilling, dog. 18 plus 9, 26. That's -1, so 26.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a recovery. He's Postman still is kind of eyeing you. Report to the Scrivener.
Sounds good. And we start walking.
Okay.
Wait, where is Scrivener?
No fucking idea, but we're walking.
No, I'm asking the person. Did they move?
And he just looks at you kind of dumbstruck.
Sorry, I'm
He's
an idiot.
slow. Korra will
I
Does have
forgot. I'm sorry.
his shoulder and be like, "Come on."
Eventually turns around. Grace.
Why did you guys interrupt? We need to know where this person is.
We don't want to do that with a person that's already suspicious of us.
Aeron, you're going to give us away if you ask questions like that. Now keep quiet.
Well, that was our chance to find out if there was someone else.
You are now in an area that is much more heavily patrolled by members of the court.
Do we see kind of anywhere where the tent would be of the people?
Of the trial tent, or the mess tent? What tent are you looking for?
The tent of the court itinerant.
And the mess tent. I'm gonna look for both.
Okay,
Yeah.
is the main court tent is really big. Very purple. Has the imperial insignia flying above it, with an image of a scale with a sword balancing across the scales. And yeah, that one's 300 feet north. The mess tent is just kind of more of a beigey type of color. Yeah, Felix, just based on memory and experience, would be able to navigate to the mess tent.
Gotcha. I'm gonna stop, put my hand on Korra's shoulder, turn around and say, "You go report to everybody else. You all go report to the mess tent. Me and Captain are gonna go to the main tent." Forgot the name of it. And I'll point it out to them so they know where it is.
Messy tent.
And I'll start walking. Hopefully Korra follows me.
Korra will walk beside Felix.
This is the army's mess tent, right?
Yes.
Gwen will head in that direction if the other two are gonna follow, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in two separate groups. Yay.
Let's go!
So yeah, we'll start with the poison crew.
I just look towards Korra and I'm like, God, I fucking hope Aeron doesn't fuck this up.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I've got 0 sleight of hand.
I hope
Roll good.
you
+1 to it.
Hello?
Oh, this money.
Well, okay, so Suk-Sui has heavy plate armor on, so I guess give it to me.
Okay.
Do we want to as we're walking, she'll just kind of mumble to them. So should I try and sneak in? Or are we gonna go in and scout first? What's the plan here?
We should look at how it's set up first.
Okay.
I'm thinking act like we're getting food and then just put the poison in when we're up there.
You should poison your own cup. And then poison the other suspect.
Should we? Are there okay? So we walk in. Are there water supplies in here as opposed to food? what if we just put it in the water? Because it's more, Yeah, we could do both. It's more likely that people will be drinking the water as opposed to the food. So if we do both of them, it's like a higher chance that.
Do I know if it would be visible in a clear substance like water?
It might be, but it would most likely dissipate.
It's not like people are drinking out of like clear glass mugs. So
Yeah.
What is this water source looking like? Is it like a
it's mostly
bucket?
really big.
a really big bucket.
Real big casks. Have spigots that are dispensed with spigots.
Are there like just like lids on the top of them? Like, would it be easy to open?
It should be. It's hard to do it unnoticed, but the act of doing it should be pretty easy. You have to climb up top of a really big cask.
Oh, like it's not it's not like a standing level. It would be like you have to get up on something.
Yeah, it's like
well, forget that. Okay, what about the food? Is it like a buffet? Is it like serving it?
Sort of. There's a separate kitchen area. There's just basically a drape between the two. Yeah, it's. They're not serving right this second. Yeah, it's basically just to get a bowl. Here's the. Hey, stew's taking it. Here's the stew. Yeah, no, it's not really a buffet. It's just put your bowl out. This is what you got today.
People in here?
There's like 8 people. A lot of them are the infantry soldiers, not the cavalry soldiers. The infantrymen are in lesser armor. Yeah, it's apparently not mealtime yet.
So we could either cause a distraction on the opposite end so people aren't looking over here, or one of you could... the water supply is going to be too hard. I feel like I will get caught trying to do that. So what if one of you, like, I don't know, like bumps into me and is the poison like in a vial?
Yes.
What if I like accidentally like throw it into whatever the food is when you bump into me?
Fill it.
What?
Like, fill it?
Yeah, spill it in. But try and do it discreetly so they don't like see that I threw something in it.
Which one of you has the vial?
I have it.
Evil man, what if you and I get in fight?
Yeah, that would work too.
I've always wanted to hit you.
Well, what are we gonna fight about?
Your helmet is shinier than mine, and he's gonna like jump on you.
Oh shit! What? Hey! Bet on the little one.
Wait, does this actually happen? Wait, he jumped on me?
No, I jumped on Aeron.
Okay, I'm going to kind of like slide over to the food, and while they're like arguing with each other, she's going to cast minor illusion and have people make it sound like people are yelling, "Hey, look, there's like a fight going on over there."
Nice. Okay.
I can do sounds with it.
It's not
Yeah.
my fault the captain likes me more.
Captain only likes you because you're a suck up to him.
Does it look like the people near the food are paying attention to them?
A little bit, yeah. The folks who are actually making it are, a couple of them are like watching, and a couple are just like, again.
She'll kind of like move over in that direction, and when she thinks people aren't like looking, she'll try and slip the poison into the food or whatever.
Okay. Stealth check first.
I swear.
What's a
6.
Child could see you.
Bro, this is gonna go so poorly.
And one of the cooks looks over. What the fuck is that?
What? Oh, this is my medicine. I forgot to take it earlier.
What are you doing back here? Get out.
But I
Have to take food with it.
I'm totally breaking character here. She just kind of like stands there for a second, and then she'll just kind of like back up and be like, "Wow, those guys sure are going at it over there."
Oh. And actually, if like, I'm gonna switch back to you guys for a second to see like how much of a racket.
Cody's
Are
going.
you like
ham.
actually hitting him? Okay.
Like, he's not like hitting Aaron, but he's like whacking chairs with his tail and stuff to try and like cause a big mess and like force people to move around.
And you go like, just hit him.
I already have a citation for hitting him. I could bite him.
Better.
Is the guy that was like talking to me, is he like still watching me, or is he like kind of watching the fight now?
He's kind of trying to, like, it's kind of drawing his attention, but he wants to keep looking at you, but it's like an instinct back and forth type thing.
She's going to act like she dropped something like on the other side of the counter and bend down and whisper minor illusion again, and she's gonna have like some rats like run behind him.
Yes.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Even though I'm under a table?
Considering that he's trying to watch, like, make it with advantage, because he is a bit distracted.
Well, I rolled an 18, so.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the rats going, and like, shit, what? And now he's fully around.
She'll have them like run behind like the water thing, so he has to like follow them if he's going to do something about them.
Demora backs away.
Okay.
And he's like, what? Not rats again. Rats.
While he's distracted by the rats, she's gonna like have them move, so he has to like face his back towards me.
Okay. Yeah, he's basically already there.
And then she'll throw the vial in, like throw the poison in when he's not looking.
Thinking of like, oh, last thing.
Crunchy.
Okay. And I'm not gonna tell anyone about the rats. Fine. Be fine.
And then
And
it's something that like she could just reach over and like say she wanted to like grab a spoonful of it and put it in her bowl. Could she do that?
yeah, and it'll be like, it's not ready. Get out.
While she's doing that, she's gonna be like, "Oh, I was just grabbing some," and she's gonna like stir it so it's like actually mixed in.
And he's gonna smack your hand. Get out.
She's gonna be like, "This place sucks," and then she's gonna kind of like wander away. And then she's gonna go and watch the other two like fighting or whatever.
Yeah, just gonna so fucked up on the name. I don't even remember what name I tried first. Suk-Sui, there we go. It's just like crashing, breaking furniture. And this one, everyone's like, people losing interest because there's no actual violence.
Just having a temper tantrum.
You didn't even stab God.
I will stab you! If you say that again.
And yeah, pulls out his knife from his waist, like, let's go.
Oh! Yes!
Hang on, we don't need to get violent. All right.
Ah.
Come on.
What does this guy look like?
Big,
Big! Ah!
kind of,
Very big!
and mostly in leathers.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna watch them arguing. Were there any people behind me that were like going to get food? Like, are people starting to like get the stuff that I like
No,
just poisoned?
no. It's apparently not time yet.
It's not lunchtime.
She's gonna kind of go over and be like, "Okay, guys, like, if you make a big scene, the captain's gonna hate both of you. So like, let's just stop." And she'll tug it with both of their arms. Be like, "Come on, let's go sit down."
You are lucky I have citation.
Yeah. Dude puts his knife away. Jeez.
Where are we sitting down? I want to leave the tent. I'm angry.
Can we sit at like a corner table?
Okay.
Get a good view.
Or we could just leave, right? I mean, do we just stay here?
I mean, I guess I kind of wanted to see if people would like actually eat the stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. You're waiting for.
I was, yeah.
Sorry.
I was just wondering, like, if we should start like collecting intel or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
Never mind. You don't wait about a half hour.
We walk around for half an hour.
Walk around for a half hour. What are you? What intel are you trying to get?
Who the top dog is?
Okay, so the only it's easy to find out. Question is, how do you phrase it in a way that doesn't make you immediately everyone knows you don't belong?
If we just like listen to people, maybe.
Okay.
See if they start talking about it. I don't know.
I was gonna suggest we could word it in a way that is like, "Oh, I heard people arrived back at like the castle or the keep or whatever. They were yelling about wanting to like see who the leader of the court was and see what kind of reaction we get from people. See if they'll just like drop that name on their own."
Maybe like we could like listen first and see if we could get something, and then if we don't, then we could say something like that.
Sure.
So, everyone who's interested. Actually, no, sorry. Cameras. We're gonna switch camera. Forgot that we had a whole.
Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Right back.
Okay, Felix and Korrah.
So they're not like in a rush. They want to get over to the tent, and what they want to do is they want to figure out if the judge is in there in the first place right now, or like sort of figure out like if the judge is in there, if he'll be leaving soon, like how long the trials take, blah blah. So we're sort of like heading in that direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not going there hastily. We're not like we're running to get there, but we are still. Yeah.
And so you get to the trial tent, and there's a person in full plate, very tall, with a two-handed warhammer, with the head of the hammer on the ground, and the grip of it pointed up in their hands, resting on the pommel.
Korrah will like approach them and say, "Judge around."
Court is in session.
We have some very important information about those whose lives were taken by the ones who call themselves a Qitu.
Make a deception check right quick.
Easy clap, baby. 16 plus 9, 25.
We'll recess. I guess about 3 hours.
Is everyone going to be present when they're done recessing? Well, done talking when they recess?
You can see the eyes through the helmet, kind of squint at you a little bit. And eventually, no, the defendants will be left and fed. Members of the court get their food.
Good to know. Thank you.
What's the name of your commanding officer?
Standing right next to me.
Turns ever so slightly. Look at Korrah.
Captain Rowe.
See you two for a little bit. Well, I'd go find something else to do.
We'll give him a curt nod and turn to leave.
Same. So about 3 hours.
Yeah, so is there like I want to look for like maybe a more quieter or less populated spot for like Felix and Korrah to like, talk about what's next.
Make a perception check to find a more abandoned spot.
God damn it. Roll dice, please.
16, much better.
Perception. 19.
19, okay. So you're both able to find a spot. Felix finds a spot that is kind of tucked between tents. Right now, both seem to be unoccupied.
That went about as well as I thought it was going to go.
We're going to have to use the rod when the judge is in there then, and we should probably meet up with the others before we do so.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to take around an hour or so, maybe more, for the poison to start working. In that case, we need to start our assault around the same time.
Gotcha. I'm concerned about Alyssa and the barkeep.
As am I.
Do you think there's anything we could do about that?
We could head back in that direction, rally the people.
That might be a good idea.
But perhaps it would be best for the other three to do so, and we remain in this area.
Yeah, hopefully they think about it.
Well, if we meet up with them, we can pass on that.
Yeah.
And then we can more definitely know when the food will have effect.
All right. Let's go.
Camera shifts back to the poisoners.
Poisoners.
Bree could make perception checks, please.
Cry.
Perception.
Hey, that's a nat 20 for a 20.
19.
21.
Did good, yay!
Yay!
Yeah, those were all pretty good rolls. You're all able to pick up that the judge is the end of the line.
What's the judge's name?
The judge.
Judge? That's what we
The
did?
judge.
It's a good name.
And it is not judge, it is the judge.
Do we, anyone, Ashley can't remember, but Aeron does, the name of the person that are like, oh, we should go report to blah, blah, blah. Do we hear anyone, like, say that name? Get any semblance of who that person is?
The scrivener. Or the scribe, I think, actually. I think I said scrivener. I meant to say scribe. It's scrivener now.
What?
No, they're the records keeper.
I probably would have been able to discern that if you actually said scribe.
Yeah.
Scrivener sounded like a name.
No, scrivener is the same function as a scribe. But yeah, they're also normally present for trial.
What about, like, a sense of, like, if there's any more elite people? Did that one guy, like, die? Like,
That, I'm gonna need you to make another perception check to get that one. That's
Okay.
pretty far out of the scope of what you were initially told.
yeah. 4.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, he made it back. People seem to have conflicting ideas. But, oh yeah, he came back with an arrow sticking out of his heart. And another one, he came back with his head was gone. Another one that, yeah, I saw him walking around this morning. No, you didn't. His head's on. That type of thing.
Oh my god.
Let's assume he's alive.
What about like the existence of other elites?
Another perception check.
No.
Does anybody else want to listen for this?
Well, I mean, I would imagine we're all sitting here, like, listening to the people around us. Like, I can roll if you want me to. We're sitting right next to you.
The judge, when mentioned, there's a certain fear that surrounds the title. Seems that some authority might not just be from their designation.
Oh no, I didn't mean like authority. I meant like soldiers.
Yes. My answer
Yes. Okay.
The executioner is a force of nature. However unnatural they might be.
Unnatural.
Yeah, I remember.
Was the guy at the gallows the executioner, or was someone else?
Yes, that
Okay.
was the executioner.
Okay.
And you have since seen him return. Them, not him. Them.
Them?
Yeah, Warforged don't have.
Oh, it's a Warforged?
Yeah, I'm just reading that. I'm remembering that. And they have since returned to the trial tent.
Sad.
Yeah, based on the timing of it, it seemed like it was just the one hanging. That or they expedited the process. Okay, we gonna hang this one and chop, chop, chop.
That's efficient.
Gotta have a ceremony, and after that,
Ceremony. Good. How many people are like walking around that aren't part of the court, it looks like? Are they at all here? Like, is their presence at all here? Or are they
yeah,
kind of like...
there are a decent amount of people doing laundry for the soldiers. Not a ton of the soldiers are actually doing their own. And there are some younger folks scrubbing and polishing armor.
Is there like a group of them away
Nah.
from some of the soldiers?
They're all
No.
just kind of interspersed.
They're like two that are together?
I mean, probably, yes. Yeah, people are traveling in groups. It's just mixed groups.
Is there a piece of laundry that's nearby that I can grab that's dirty?
Probably, yeah. Like, look at this shirt that someone lost.
Oh dear, it's mine now. I want
It like doesn't fit at all.
Oh yeah, like much too big.
I want to take a dirty, large shirt and go over to someone who's kind of away from the guards, I guess. Like a cleaning person that's not just like next to a bunch of guards. Does that exist?
Okay. Yeah, I can pick.
That's not part of the court.
Yeah, none of the folks doing chores are technical members. There's probably some argument to be made that the soldiers aren't either. But yes, you find someone.
Nice. What do they look like?
Her name is Fred. No.
Meet you.
Ian
slight,
hates this, and I love it.
no, it's I wasn't quite. I was expecting more to go wrong.
So was I, dude.
Well, ready to go wrong. The rolls were
It's
there.
gonna happen. Give it a second.
The lizard is in motion.
Yeah. Slight, kind of auburn hair, about the shoulder, male. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him and like wave the shirt at him. Be like, you there, you are good at scrubbing, yes. He's gonna try and sound pompous.
Better than you. Give it over.
Thank you. And he's gonna like shove it towards you. Then he's gonna grab his shoulder and lean in, and he's gonna say, "Are you for a lactu?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you for a lactu?"
I don't know what that is.
You
Yeah.
don't know what that is? Does he not know what that is?
Insight?
Am I
Sure.
pronouncing it wrong? Is my lizard speech bad? Insulting me?
No, you're saying it right. You're saying it just fine.
Saying that
The
right?
21 insight? No.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know what a lactic is.
What the hell? Korrah made it sound like you were so young. What the fuck is this? Alright, you fight for a lactu. You don't have to wash shirts anymore. Can you tell some other people that? On the down low, of course. Do you understand? Sir, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And he's gonna lean down and he's gonna start scrubbing the shirt next to him. He's gonna be like squatting down next to him now.
oh, okay. Oh,
He's gonna be cleaning the shirt.
okay. And grabs something else from his pile and starts cleaning it.
I told you someone was here to clean the impurities of this town. What would you say? Cleaning like this shirt. We clean now. Yes, we clean in shirt together. Yes, we bonded. We clean out the impurities of this town like we clean the shirt.
Who's the impurities? Do you mean me? I'd rather not.
Sir, I thought I was just like, oh, what the hell is happening here? Are you a fan of the court?
I don't have to worry about getting killed on the roadside. It could be worse.
What if they kill you here? You see those people getting hanged. This
Yeah, but-
pleases you.
No, they're witches. That's what happens.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
sorry, you said what?
It avoided. That's what.
They are
I don't know if they're witches. They're still. They found some dark shrine.
Oh. That would make them bad people, yes. And you are against bad people, yes?
Yeah.
Do you know where the shrine was?
I mean, they lit it on fire. It was what the smoke was.
Ah, yes. It is good to burn down evil shrine things, yes. You seem like good stable man. Good head on shoulder.
Yeah.
I thank you for this hot water so I could clean my friend's shirt.
Thanks.
Where do I go and hang this now to dry? It is wet and soapy. Do you have clean water?
There's a line right there.
Oh, thank you. Good little man. And he's gonna like pat him on the head. And he's gonna hang up the shirt. And then he's gonna walk over and sit down and be like, "We are screwed."
Oh my fucking god.
As this was happening, Aeron is like kind of like anxious. He's like bouncing his leg, like he looks like he doesn't want to just be sitting there waiting.
Would be like, what is your problem? Why are you so antsy right now?
He's just gonna kind of like look at her.
She'll look back at him.
How do you think you would feel if Korrah was in Alyssa's situation?
Well, I mean, obviously we need to get her out, but we have to be careful with how we do this.
Hard not knowing about how things work around here. How long do we have?
I don't know. I mean, we can... Do you want to go back and scout over by the gallows? Like, we can if you want to.
I want to stick to the plan, but it's just, I don't know.
I mean, we did what we were coming to right here to do already, so we can go make sure that she's still over there right now if you want.
I think maybe we should wait to see what Korrah and Felix find out. But if it takes too long for them to come back, then I can't just sit here for an hour or however long.
Can she gauge, like, is he, like, genuinely, like, anxious about the fact that she was over there?
Oh, yeah, he's not, like, putting on an act or anything.
She'll just kind of sit there and watch him a little bit, and then look over to wherever the heck Suk-Sui went. Just chill until he comes back.
We went back to your guys' location at the end of his conversation.
Yeah.
Then we're screwed.
What do you mean?
I am just quoting here. I see it made you upset earlier. However, what is a fire may have been not on our side. Also, you guys are not known at all. He doesn't even know who you are. That name has no meaning. I thought it had power. I said a lot too, and he looked at me like he didn't know who the hell you guys were.
Well, okay, well, we've only been here for like 3 weeks, so
What kind of business am I in? Anyway, besides that little man over there washing clothes, they are not bothered by the things that are happening because the court keeps them safe and is protecting the witches that they found because of a certain evil shrine that they burned.
she just kind of stares at him. An evil shrine?
That is what man said. I said evil bushes of fire. I mean no plant thing. I don't know anything about it.
She kind of like squints her eyes at him and then kind of like looks around and she's like, cool, alright.
Yes, but anyways, local people believe that this is good what is happening. They have false evidence.
Well, whenever they're done talking, Korrah and Felix are looking for the group now, so.
Okay.
We stayed like kind of near the mess hall, mess tent.
Nice, yeah. Yeah. Korrah and Felix. You guys are the ones moving. Just looking around the mess tent, you're able to make a perception check, actually. They might have to find you, because they look otherwise indistinguishable. Damn!
17.
17. Okay. That's probably good enough to find them.
Are there any other Dragonborn that we've seen?
Nope. So yeah, we're able to find them.
Okay, well, she'll tug Felix along and sit down with everyone. Well, I feel like Aeron is like super anxious. Gwyn looks kind of like pissed off, and Suk-Sui's just like, I thought you guys were famous and I've been lied to.
Actually, though, he is shooketh.
All in all, we're kind of a mess.
Korrah sits down and leans in, and she's like, so?
Captain, good to see you. We have report.
Just the report.
Well, I think our objective was complete in the place we needed it to be. However, I have a problem.
Apparently they think we're witches, Gwyn says.
The locals have been told that the people being hung, hanged, killed, noosed deserve it. Because of a certain burned down thing that we saw earlier yesterday night.
Fine,
Plants.
they
Kind of staring at him.
Suk-Sui doesn't know what the hell it is, so he call it.
Korrah like shakes her head and she's like, these poor children, they have been brainwashed by what the court has told them. But worry not, we will cleanse that impurity.
I talked about impurity to man washing shirt. I spoke with man cleaning shirt, and he did not know who you were at all.
That would be because the court most likely does not freely give that sort of information to people.
It just seems strange.
Nevertheless, people will certainly know our name by the end of this.
For
Speaking
better or
of-
worse, I wonder.
Speaking of, the judge and the rest of the court won't be out of trial for another 3 hours for recess. So we will have to find a way into the tent to use the rod while they're all in there.
Mealtime was supposed to be like half an hour, and then what, like another hour for the poisons.
Yeah,
So
and
people are gonna start dying
this
in
point,
like an
yeah.
hour and a half.
people have been, like, the horn hasn't been sounded for mealtime. People, it's like pretty soon.
I think when mealtime happens, oh, go ahead.
Is the poison that I made deadly, or is it just like make them real sick?
It is really
It's okay. I wasn't actually sure. Okay.
Felix will lean in. He's like, maybe the time to go and try and rescue Alyssa and the barkeep is during mealtime. Tell the guards that are there that we're there to relieve them from their positions. And I can secretly, with invisible fake hand, loosen things as much as I need.
I don't think it would be wise for all of us to head back in that direction. I think we need to split up again, because myself and Felix need to be ready to get into the tent. And perhaps it would be best if a third person was with us if a fight is to break out. And I was thinking that the other 2 or 3, depending on how we settle on the matter, go back and perhaps rally some of the townsfolk and see if they can assist Alyssa and the barkeep in any way.
Was the executioner at the court?
Yeah. You guys saw him come back. Falcon.
We did. We saw him too?
No. Korrah.
I was asking in character. You guys get any information on when or how often the executions happen?
We have no idea how often they happen. My guess is another one will ensue after they've eaten food.
This is going to be a matter of timing. We need to, when those of you head over to the area with civilians, you need to rally them around the same time as the food will be taking effect, in the same time that we will be in the tent.
The court will
When you
be
say
recessed.
civilians, are you talking about like the people of Ortwin's retreat, or the like servants?
I mean, either or. She's just saying, like, if you have the chance to, like, rally, like, anybody who will, like, fight back against the court, or even just, like, get them to leave to safety. Either one.
Based
Also-
on what Lizard Boy got, I don't think the servants are gonna follow our cause.
They think we're evil, so I don't think, they're not behind us.
Based off how long it's going to take for the court to recess, and how much time it's going to take for lunch to start, and for the stuff to take into account, the court will be recessing around the time that the stuff starts to kick in. So it'll be within like 30 minutes of each other or closer.
I thought it was like an hour or two.
The poison was going to take effectively, was it an hour or an hour and a half?
It was gonna be between 45 minutes and an hour and a half.
And how long until there is lunchtime or dinner or whatever the fuck?
3 minutes.
Mealtime is 10 minutes now.
Okay. So
Oh.
not.
Recess wasn't like
the recess is going to likely be happening after people are starting to get poisoned, so which is not what
And
we want.
And if people start getting poisoned, the recess might stop sooner.
Good point.
allowing
They might
us to-
stop the trials.
Yeah. So
In that case, if people start show signs of illness, Felix and I will stay nearby the tent and wait to see if people start to leave. And if they do, then we use the rod and we get started.
get as many of those people out of the tent, push those back. We'll tell those who are leaving to go back into the tent because it's unsafe. Make sure the civilians get out. say there's traitors among them, and then fucking smoke them out. And capture the judge. And smoke him out too if we need to.
And so that's happening at the same time that people are trying to get Alyssa? Yes?
Somewhat. My guess is the executioner won't go ahead and start executing people. He will go and try to help the people that are the court that is being hurt. I think helping the court precedes that of executing people that can just sit there and wait to be executed. If they lose the court, they're done for, and it's just guards left. So we may need to deal with the executioner, but that's nothing that turning them into a squirrel won't
Yes.
affect.
Did either of you learn anything about this, the judge?
No, unfortunately.
That crosses a bar for me. Sorry. But judge, and I was like, what? That's not what I said.
No, we did not get much opportunity to learn about those inside the tent. The court proceedings. There was a person outside the tent.
A very big guard with very big hammer. Also may need to be turned into squirrel.
Yes, turn them all into little rodents.
Why are you choosing a squirrel?
Yeah, squirrel. I feel
Have
like
you,
squirrels
squirrels hurt. Just
It does not have
Okay.
to be squirrel, it could be
Salah.
bug.
literally anything would
doesn't-
be better.
It doesn't fucking matter. All I'm saying is they're returned into an animal so they become a problem.
Are you confident, El Capitan? My captain. Oh, my captain. Are you
My captain.
Are you confident you can subdue the judge?
And we're talking quietly, by the way. I don't want
I
people
figured
to hear us. Yeah, we're talking quietly, kind of like murmuring.
Yes, I am confident I can bring the judge to his rightful place.
That is good, because I can't help but wonder why a man of such power is in power. And who has no name except for the judge.
I also think it would be a good idea for Sukenta to come along with Korrah and I.
Hey, who is that?
Oh, fuck. Or Gwen, or someone.
No.
On the topic of how the judge came into power and the cycle of the power of the judge, he kind of like looks at Korrah. Are we aiming to completely take down the court, or are we wanting to consider taking it over?
I have no desire to take over the court and its proceedings. I want everyone here to rot in their graves.
Or be burned, yes.
So we aren't interested in using this to bring more fair justice to the Empire.
This would be a good way to have more power.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I agree with Eagle Man.
Court and its proceedings need to be taken down to that rightful place.
Yes, and then we replace.
Empire is in shambles. What would we be replacing? I do not wish to run around and cause senseless violence in trials. That is not how I operate.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
suggesting, is that we wouldn't be.
Change the face of the court, so to speak.
We're not changing, we're removing and then not putting anything in its place. We're just
But
eradicating it.
But then use an
we
opportunity
have a power
for.
vacuum. Yes,
My empire is in a power vacuum right now.
exactly.
Our first aim is to eradicate the court of all that it does. We can think about what comes next after we've done that.
I think it would be a waste if we just completely eliminated the court without trying to
Or
seize the
closed.
power.
Good
Huh?
time.
What did he say?
Horn
The horn
The
goes.
horn.
Grub.
The line begins to move.
We should probably stand up and look like we're getting in line. And
Yeah.
then put on.
I got a citation from Captain. I cannot get food today.
Maybe we should go relieve the other patrolmen for their lunch break.
Me, Korrah, and Sukenta will go over to the other place. Fuck!
You keep saying it. It is funny to me.
Suk-Sui. My apologies.
I accept. I am not offended. Humorous. You find such meaning in names.
Let's do it. I'll stand up.
So, is Gwyn and Aeron going to beckon down?
Yeah, to go see what's going on with like Alyssa's situation, I think.
Weren't there 3 patrolmen there?
Yeah.
There were for that one. It doesn't. When Korrah was watching, she just saw 2.
Oh. Wait, when was Korrah watching?
Like,
When she got
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
all right. So yeah, guys start going back into town. It's not even questioned by the gate, or not the gate guard. It's not a guard. At the border post, doesn't even question it, and go back and you see that the 3 that were watching earlier are actually on their way. One of them tilt his head. You're late.
Yeah.
keeps her head down and we head over there.
They get back to the square, and the woman that was hanged is still hung in the noose.
Jesus.
Spain.
Is there anybody else over here?
No. Outside of the prisoners.
So how many prisoners were there? There's 3 over here?
Yeah.
Just gonna look at Aeron. Be like, we're just gonna go over and like let them out? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know that it would be a good idea if we just let them out.
Well, there's no guards around right now. There's no one to see us.
They saw us when we were on our way here, though. So when the next shift comes, I don't know.
We could...
Maybe we could, like... Would there be... is there a way to, like, loosen, like, the... how exactly are they held?
Blades, you can't really loosen those. The weird bindings that were forcing Alyssa's hands open, maybe?
You can certainly try.
Wait, so can you explain how they're bound? I was picturing, like, the classic, like, the stupid wooden thing that, like, goes around, like,
Yes.
your hand, your neck. That is what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I imagine there's, like, a lock on it, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just break the locks on all of them? Would they be able to just, like, push it off of themselves if the lock was gone?
Maybe they, like, if they had just been putting them in, they've been there for at least probably 6, if not between 6 to 12 hours.
Mm.
The flow is incredibly handy.
I almost suggested something, but I'm not there, so.
Still loosen the noose.
For the woman that was already hung?
Just in case we don't
Oh, like prepare it so that, like, if they go to hang somebody, then it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go up to the woman that was hanged and see if could we uncinch part of, like, the noose? Is there, like, some other piece that we could, like, fray so it snaps?
Yeah, it's tie it around on the lintel across the top. Could loosen that knot, and the next time around, it would be plausible that it would just untie on the way down, and they would land on their feet below the platform. As most guests, they have a platform that they can just let go, that they can pull out, so that person falls from the middle, so that they that the impact from the rope happens not terribly far from the ground, so they don't have to go fucking 18 feet high.
I guess I'm just a little bit confused why we're messing around with this when we could just release the prisoners.
Because then I feel like if we release them, they could track back to, like, who released them.
We're wreaking havoc in, like, about an hour, so I don't understand why it matters. Like, why don't
I'm saying, like, they could come back before that hour happens.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just loosening, like, the noose is a little more discreet.
Yeah, I guess the way that I was picturing this happening was that we were going to set it up so that, like, we break the locks on their bindings. We could mess around with, like, the hanging rope, and then, like, as soon as the others are trying to get the judge, then we would just free these people at the same time and then run to help the others if they needed it. Like, we could just linger in this area until we, like, hear the commotion going on. That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah, I was thinking that we were gonna try to be back like at that tent, like when the whole like rod thing is happening.
Are we freeing Alyssa and bringing her with us to that? Or are we just, like, setting it up so she doesn't get hanged? Like,
The second one, because like Ian said that they've been there for a while. Like I'm not even sure like if they have the strength to like get away, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And about now, you see a group of 4 soldiers. Mainly.
Oh wait, was that like not table talk?
It was. Yeah.
It was kind of like half and half, honestly.
Because I would go over there and like talk to them, like when we walked up, like while Gwen was doing the noose thing. But
I mean,
I guess my question is, how long before we like see people?
7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'll run. So, are the people coming to like replace those guards? Is that kind of?
These look like they were probably the folks who were supposed to be the folks who were actually scheduled to be the next shift.
Okay, well, I will run up and act like I'm taking the lady down that was already hanged, and then kind of like mess around with it and kind of like fray it while I'm taking her down.
Okay. Aeron, make an insight check.
Natty 1.
Oh no.
Why are we doing the garbage tonight?
Is the guards that are coming. It looks like their hands are already in their weapons, and like they know that something's up. Because they were supposed to be the ones relieving the last shift, and someone already came this way.
I'll like meet them like as they're walking up.
Okay, and Gwen, make a sleight of hand check with advantage based on distance.
Okay.
Please not 2 nat ones.
Is gonna happen.
Hey, the first one was really bad, but because of advantage, that is a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the woman's corpse down respectfully and mess with the hangman's off.
And then after I do that, I'll hop on over to where Aeron's going to talk to the other guys.
Okay.
I walk up and like, hi, sorry about that little bit of shift mix up. We haven't done lunch shift in a while, so our turn today.
No. You were told this morning this was our shift.
Oh yeah, we just found out like 20 minutes ago. It was all really last minute.
We've had some issues with our group today. Everything, our schedule's just been really messed up. I don't know if you heard about the fight that was happening in the mess hall earlier. That was some of our group. I do apologize.
Make a deception. Who wants to make the deception check?
Both do it.
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to do my own.
Okay, so both make deception checks. Add 2.
Yes. Okay, that is a nat 20, so that'd be a 26.
Oh, jeez.
I've got nat 20s.
Wow.
What? You're kidding me.
Why am I getting my 20s at like the weird parts?
The guy on the lead and the gal to his left both kind of rub their O's. Okay. Well, this is a detail for you. Then we have to figure out. Wait, everything was perfect.
Let's just go take lunch.
We'll get it straightened out, figure out who's to be where. Still no. And
Just go take some lunch. We got it. It's fine. We're okay to patrol here.
no, we're gonna get this figured out. If it's then yeah, we'll get our lunch.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So, what's happening?
Did they walk away?
Walking away.
Are they wanting us to follow them, or
They just told me to stay.
oh, they told us to stay here?
Well, I'm gonna go over to the people.
Yeah, Gwen will follow.
What are you doing?
Hello. He'll talk in like a kind of a lower voice. We're here to save you. I like look at Alyssa. Does it seem like she like recognizes his voice?
Not yet, no.
They can make insight checks, Ian, if they beat a DC 17.
Okay.
Yeah, if they beat a DC 17, they know that the people who they're looking at are in disguise.
This is like in the Boiling Rock when Sokka's pretending to be a guard.
Yes.
And he's like, "Get away from me, scum!"
That's exactly what I was thinking. What? Do you not recognize me? He's going for a kiss, Aeron.
They don't have a reason to intake yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm telling the truth. My partner loosened the noose.
He's just gonna walk up behind him, and she just raises an eyebrow, and she's like, "You're not doing a very good job of telling her who we are."
Right now, he's talking to the barkeep.
Oh, I thought we were talking to Alyssa.
I thought they were right next to each other.
No.
How far apart are they?
Wait, what? How?
Like 15, 20 feet separate from each other.
No.
Oh no, I would have walked up to Alyssa.
Okay,
Yeah.
I started speaking as the barkeep, and you responded. So.
Well, I thought they were right next to each other.
The more you know. Theater of mind, baby.
Well, I'm gonna walk over to Alyssa then.
And she spits on your feet again.
Can you stop spitting on me, please?
And kind of furrows her eyebrow. Who are you?
Me. Eyebrow raise.
Raising an eyebrow and spits at you again. This time as high up as you can get, which is kind of like your hip. Off.
I'll like kneel down so I'm like eye level with her.
And she is glowering at you with an intensity you've not seen on her face before.
I'm in a disguise. I'm Aeron.
I think it was advantage this time. Okay. And she kind of relents a little bit. Where did we first meet?
In the library. In Kiel.
What was the name of the man who ran it?
Simon.
And Brad just kind of slumps. Where were you?
I'm sorry. It's a really long story. But what matters is I'm here now. The rest of us are here, and we're getting you guys out.
Don't mind getting these locks off before the other group of soldiers comes back.
Do you think you have the energy to get away from here, far away from here, before they come back?
I haven't helped for a second. I'll be able to wake the rest of my body up. Get these king bindings off.
I'll undo the bindings.
Okay. And yeah, her most joints on her fingers are purple. And kind of sighs in relief and tries to move her hands, and they just don't. Get these locks off.
Am I able to pick locks?
You don't have picking tools. You don't really have a dagger. You don't have
a dagger.
I have a dagger too.
It's also not a very viable. You can try.
We not bust off the lock.
You bust lock off, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, he's like holding a dagger. Like, how do I do this? Gwen's just gonna like slam it with the end of her polearm.
Or not a string. You'll be able to
attack.
Break it off. It's a question of hitting it. You don't have to roll damage. It's just like gotta get it in the right spot.
I rolled an @1.
All right, so Gwen impales Alyssa in the face.
Sorry, I hope you didn't actually want to save her. I was using the butt end of the polearm.
Let's see. This is a melee attack. That doesn't when hits the wooden part of the stockade and throws herself off balance instead of actually even being that block.
So does she like fall over from it, or is she just kind of like
No, it just
pulls away?
yeah, kind of rolled on your ankle a little bit and then caught yourself and like.
She just kind of stands there and is like, and she'll do it again. That's a 19.
That time you're able to, and the lock just breaks off pretty clean. And at this point, a few of the citizens are starting to watch the kind of thing that you're executing, executing people, and are trying to figure out what to do, and lift off the top part.
Yeah, no, I will. I'm gonna run over to the barkeep as well and do the same thing. If people are watching, I'm just gonna start moving.
Yeah. Roll. What was the roll?
I broke it open.
Ashley?
I was gonna cast Death Ward on Alyssa.
And yeah, now a kind of bronze-looking barrier is around Alyssa, and then it kind of fades. And there's one more person left in this audience.
I go over there.
Okay. Alright, get them out, and right now, everyone kind of needs... They can kind of walk, but they need support.
Can I lean the barkeep and the other guy on each other? Alright, you guys help each other.
Doesn't work out quite as well as you might want it to.
Well, she's kind of small, so she'll like attempt to help them, but
Yeah. They can, with someone just under them for a second, so they can get blood flow back in their feet. It'll just be a few minutes. Where are you taking them?
To what?
Away.
Away. What part of town are we in? Like, are there any people that are walking by that look like good guys?
A few people have been walking and have now stopped and look very confused.
She will ask the barkeep kind of quietly, where should we take you? It's safe.
Try
The inn? There was court there though.
What?
The court was at the inn, weren't they? Wait, what?
The court as a trial in a mess tent.
I mean, Ian, you did say that the court may be staying in the inn at the beginning of.
Yeah, that's
but you didn't say that they were in there.
Okay.
He necessarily.
Okay. She'll bring them over towards where Aeron and Alyssa are and be like, so...
And at this point, one of the people who had been looking on a stupor kind of shakes up. Bring them with me. Come on, let's go.
Oh, who is this?
Some person.
Do we recognize this person at all?
No.
Okay.
Or a little bit in just that kind of I've seen you before, maybe once or twice, but just in passing.
Keep in mind.
Oh, yeah, about a month. That's only good for 30 days.
Has it been more than a month?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it has.
You're at the Qitu?
Huh?
Wait, what
we're
is?
at the key.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out if it's been more than a month since we were in this area.
Since the party, yeah.
I don't think it has.
Like 3 weeks is what we decided on.
We just talked about
Right,
this. I think it was like 3 or 3.5.
Yeah, that was like since you left Rostock the first time, wasn't it? And there were still a few days after the party, right? Or was it like party and then leave for Rostock?
We said 2 weeks soccer keep trip, a few days we spent in Riga and Chapaz Tower, the week we spent in Kiel, and then our time in Ariana. So we said it was closer to 4 weeks / 3.5. And then the time it took for us to travel to the key to engage in court combat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's been close enough to a month that yeah, no, you don't really need it. Or not in a meaningful sense.
Does anything fishy, I'm gonna kill him, so.
But no, yeah, it guides you to kind of the western edge of town, and as soon as everyone's in, he just shoves the door shut and holds it. Who are you?
Who are you?
I live here.
I live
What are
here.
you doing in my town? Why are you here?
Your town?
You clearly don't live here.
Well, actually, we are part of Alaktu. We're part of the people that own the keep. We're trying to fix the court right now. You can't. What?
Said I've seen them. You're not the.
Yeah, well, we're using magic right now, so keep your voice down. Obviously, we can't run around looking like us. They'll kill us.
Okay. Kind of giving you the side eye. Even if you're not telling the truth, you're at least getting him out of the house. So what's next? Eventually, they're gonna find that.
We have a plan that has been set into motion and should be soon before the court is dealt with for good. As long as
My skepticism.
they just need to stay hidden. Are we just in like some random house nearby? Like,
Yeah. Do we need to get our arms and assist? What's happening?
I mean, yes, we would. Of course, we would love more help. If you can discreetly. And she kind of puts emphasis on that. Spread word to the townsfolk around here that are capable of fighting, that Alaktu is fighting back against the court soon. That would be appreciated.
Hey, Corbin, can you write? Yeah, argue. Got something to write with? Yeah, just get me a note. Let you figure out what to say. And they start conspiring about how best to let know. And a way that'll be easily transmissible.
So they're like writing down what they're gonna say.
No, it's just people know the keep and they know it's in writing.
Oh, okay.
So they're thinking that people will did with more gravity if it's coming in. Being unknown person now.
So he's writing a note to like pass around to people in town right now?
At least more to get to other specific people that are trusted to
Okay.
have a web of communication. Alright, and for the last 15 minutes, we're gonna switch. Korrah and Feliccs and Suk-Sui.
Yeah.
So,
As we're walking over there, I'm just gonna whisper to Suk-Sui and be like, "Don't talk too much. Let me and Korrah do most of that part."
Oh, very funny. But yes, I quite.
Cool.
Little desert mouse that I used to eat when child.
Perfect.
No one hear me speak at all.
Do we notice anything on our way over there, or way over wherever we're going? I'm following Korrah, so I'm not entirely sure.
We're going over near the tent. We're not like we're waiting for
We're
the
near it.
home so we can use the rod.
yeah, it's a minute. Those soldiers that just look kind of confused go past you. Excuse me. Otherwise, it seems fine. Hasn't been quite enough time for the poison to start dropping people.
How much time do you think we would know?
Oh, I guess Aeron didn't communicate that. He probably would have done. So.
I did when we were all when they came back. I said it would be like about an hour and a half.
Okay. So got at least an hour, or maybe less. Based on how hard some of these folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, in another 6 or 7 minutes, that same group of soldiers is walking back with a purpose, and with 2 more. So now it's a total.
Mm-hmm.
What put you at 15? No, that'll put you at about 16 minutes.
While we're sitting here, Suk-Sui's gonna just like put his hand on Korra's armor, and he's gonna whisper, "The Forge is with you, and you have a +1 to AC."
Oh, thank you. Korrah will definitely give him an appreciative nod.
And after.
Is there no one around us at the moment?
No one really paying you mind.
1 second. Let me read something. Is there like an alleyway that I can duck into really quick?
You can try throwing yourself between some tents.
Yeah, most of the people are eating lunch at the moment, right?
Breakfast, actually.
Breakfast, whatever the fuck. First meal. I'm gonna duck in between some tents that I don't see people in. Just really quick.
Does he
No,
like motion for the others to come with?
really quick.
Just need some privacy.
And I'm just gonna
Gotta deal with
cast.
them.
I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor on myself. It glows blue for a second, and then not blue anymore. Actually, orange. Glows orange.
Okay. And in a few more minutes, from Orton's retreat, you hear it. And
That's like
a lot of.
I'm assuming. Can we assume that that's like signaling people to go back to their?
No, you notice a lot of the infantry, in particular, are getting up and looking around, grabbing sword.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them don't. Most of them have axe.
Korra's gonna like copy that gesture and like get up, grab her sword, and like
Yeah, I'll
I'm alerted now too.
kind of follow along.
A couple officers start barking and telling them to mobilize and move into Orton's retreat. And eventually someone comes running over and tells the Mithrin guard that something and slams the hammer on the ground. And the other one, or another one from inside, kind of pokes his head out and they whisper a bit. And nods, and the drapes still tend to close again. And then a lot of people, after about another 40 seconds, come exiting out the tent.
Any of them with higher like does anyone else have a particular presence, aka I'm looking for the judge?
Yes. There's a group of 5 that have a greater presence. One is kind of older, black human man. There's a pretty ornate chest plate and pauldrons.
Mm-hmm.
Wielding also a large warrior. Just in this case, kind of slung on his back. The executioner behind him.
Okay.
And a Vidalcan woman in a lot of leathers. And then the guards of Mithras.
Are there any like townspeople with them? Do we see any of the townspeople leave the tent?
No.
No? Okay, I will. I guess this is time, and I'm gonna take out the rod. Well, I have it out. And is there any townspeople around us at all?
Not that you can see.
I will just click the button, and anybody other than our group of people, I will just say stop. So anybody that I see, I want them just to stop in their tracks immediately.
Okay. We can roll 4 d20s at once.
Four?
Each of them is for 5. So you got 15 failures, 5 successes. And then I'm going to roll individually for the biggies.
As this happens, I'm going to look at Korra, and I'm going to say, it's like, you might want to throw that ball. I'm going to send a cloud of smoke over there.
Yeah, I'd be happy to throw. No, wait.
No, you
Wait,
can't
throw the bomb?
You throw the ball.
No, the ball. The Bonza Bellaro.
Oh yeah, wands. Yeah, I do want to throw the ball.
Just to get whoever you want. It could be someone who you think is the most trouble, but I'm sending a full fucking smoker there, and I want you to throw it before you can't see anything.
Yeah, as Felix like clicks the rod and says stop, she wants to chuck the bonds at the judge.
Jesus Christ. Everybody failed.
No!
Using all these dice, and I still can't roll above a 12.
Nice, Sue.
Oh, these are saving throws. Oops.
They all pass.
Just kidding, they all pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Garth Mithra passed. Scry passed. Executioner failed.
Fuck them. And then I hope Korrah has thrown the ball at this
Yeah, throwing the bonds.
and then
Okay.
I will send a cloud kill that way.
So that is
And I'm
a 22 on, or no, it's a 26 on the strength save.
Stopped by the rod.
he's still stopped by the rod, but a 22 on the strength save, so that
Yeah,
I don't know what stack, so.
he's not restrained by the order to stop. He's just like not moving. He's still gonna defend himself. And 22, now he knows you are aggressive towards him. And we are picking up at initiative next week.